Of course, and then Kent makes all the noise in the world and takes it away from me. But welcome to the hot seat. It's your Thursday night ritual. You're here. We're here. Kent's there. Our latest and greatest guest, Chef Alicia from Best Bites Forever's in the house. Honored to have her in. So excited to talk to her. It's going to be a great night. If you look at her hair, you know she's down for a good time and ready to party. So we're looking ready to bust out the butterfly wings later. We're going to have a good time. So we're going to turn this thing into a rave. I think so. All right. All right. So get out your pacifiers and your glow sticks, boys and girls. We're going to do this tonight. All right. Kent, say hi to the people. My co-host with the most, Kent Vandy Weird, is in the house.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome. This should be a fun one.
Yeah, definitely. We've had a lot of conversations, and I'm excited to get her on there. Miss Booger, Air Fryer Recipes with Booger 500 says, holy smokes, she is stunning, or she might say he. I hope she mistyped that because neither Kent or I is stunning. So, all right, cool. All right, let me shout out my moderators in there. I've seen Hobo. I've seen Scotty. Miss Boog's in the house. Dan from SmokeyGoodness is in there. I have not seen Jason yet, but I think you might be in there too. Kirby, Red, and Jay will be along here pretty soon. So good to see you guys here. Let's see here. Everybody in the chat that I've seen thus far. Jim Littler, Kris from Eastwood Farms. Keith Bettag is always keeping score. See, Shane, never trust a skinny chef. All right, yeah, Jason is here. T-Roy Cooks is in the house. The Godfather has graced us with his presence. Bill from Chicken Fried Barbecue, who is actually next week's guest, not to take anything away from this week's, but Bill from Chicken Fried, newly minted 500 subscribers. What's up? Meat Cranium Barbecue and Review. Ken Rogers, Mostly Outdoors. BBQ 79. Cooking with Rye. Jacqueline's there from Trinidad. John from 1984 Barbecue. Barbecue Pit Dog. Suburban Barbecue. Keisha. Strong's Adventures, Roundhouse Ranch, Bottle Cap Barbecue. Oh, let's see here. Pit Life Barbecue. Actually, I'm going to be on that show next week, so I'm looking forward to hanging out with John. Woodchuck's in the house, so Zach. Julie Thomas loves your hair. Char Griller is in the house. Smoky Joe's Barbecue. I think we might get near some records tonight. I'm just thinking. Let's see here. Anybody else jumping out at me? Lord have mercy, she is gorgeous. Well, Alicia, she's definitely not talking about me or Kent, so you win.
So, thank you. Whoever said that.
That's Booger 500 US. Otherwise,
hi, Booger.
Diane, which you probably know who she is.
I know who she is, yeah.
Cool. All right. I think that kind of covers everybody that I've seen in the chat. Grill Top Experience, how you doing, Ryan? I have more subscribers if I had cool hair. Listen, I'd have more subscribers if I had hair. So let's just go with that. Let's see here. I think that Meat Cranium, her hair is purple. All right. He's colorblind, so he can't. That's why he asked. All right. So that's everybody in the chat. Desiree Dukes, Blackstone Betty's in the house. How you doing? I think, Cooking with Rye has the same problem I do. What is hair? Yes, we're both follically challenged. Tom's Food Factory, what's going on? Let's see here. Look at Christy. I think I missed that. Nice hat, you stud. Thanks, John. I appreciate it. It's not new. I've worn it a couple times. You're just not paying attention, John, and I don't like that. It's lavender. All right. Is it lavender, Alicia?
It actually has several colors, so I'd go violet.
So there. Don't correct me on my own show, Zach. How dare you? Robert for Soul Food Cooking. All right. If I haven't got you yet, I'll get you on the next go around. Chef Alicia. Can I just call you Alicia, please?
Yes, please.
All right, cool. No, it's not like doctor or anything like that, right? All right, cool. All right. Welcome to the show. I'm glad to have you on here. We've been talking about it for a long time. It's finally here.
I know. Thank you for having me. I'm super excited. I've been looking forward to it and enjoyed all of our little chats in between.
Definitely. So part of this one, it's we're doing a little things a little differently. Alicia just hit a huge milestone of 10,000 subscribers, and that's just awesome. So everybody give it up for the team. Woo! I'm trying to work on getting that applause track because I'd like it when I come on, if I come in the room. Yeah, exactly. So very cool. That's awesome. We'll get into how you got there and all that as we talk, but I want you to talk about what you're doing for my fans and your fans and take it from there.
Oh, the giveaway that I'm doing. So for my 10,000 subscriber milestone, which I wanted to celebrate, in some way, shape, or form, I'm doing a giveaway on Amazon. The link is going to be down in the description. And what it is a spice rack, like the kind that you keep on your countertop that spins. But it's really cool because it comes with 5 years of spice refills for free. So I thought that was, kind of cool. So everybody can come and cook, and everybody who loves cooking has their spices worked out. So enter down below. Yes, you put it down there.
Yeah, I put it down below. Yeah, hit show more in the description. Who's got the feedback? Kent, is that you?
Me?
Is that you? Nope.
I bet it's me.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't hear it, but I have a big speaker.
All right.
I told you. You want me to move it?
No, I think it went away.
Okay.
All right, we're good. All right. So that's great. Hey, you guys, hit show more below. Jason, if you don't mind, copy the link, maybe throw it in the chat too. Also, if you guys haven't subscribed to Alicia, I don't know where you've been, but her link is also below. Jason will also put that in the chat, I'm sure. If you're not subscribed to any of us, myself, Kate, anybody in the chat, my moderators, they're all below. So make it happen, all right? Let's keep the sport going, keep going. All right, no support purchase necessary. All right, so Woodchuck put something in the chat. Very cool. All right, before we get started, let me finish out the chat. I see Chef from Texas Style Barbecue and Cuisines in the house. Welcome, Chef. Hey, Chef, the video I just put out yesterday used that coffee that I won on your giveaway, so make sure you check it out. Ray guys there. Delena's in the house. Strong's Adventures. Mel's from Mel Simple Meals there. I'm Smoking Joe's Pit Barbecue. What's up, Joe? We got Smoking Joe's Barbecue and Smoking Joe's Pit Barbecue. So Little Joe and Big Joe. Let's see here. I think that catches me up. Again, if I miss you, I'll catch you on the next round. Delena's in the house. How you doing? All right, cool. All right, so we've talked about this. Are you guys ready? All right, get it ready.
Are we doing this?
Yeah, we're doing it ready. Our esteemed guests want to do a shot before we get started. I got a little Crown. What do you got in there, Alicia?
I have rum.
All right, we got some rum. Kent, what are you sucking back?
Crown.
Cheers.
Ooh.
All right, guys. To your health. Cheers.
Cheers.
Woo! That's good flavor. Is it bad I need a chaser with Crown?
Well, I don't know. I need a chaser if I do a Crown. That's strong.
We're a big whiskey family in here. So
yeah, I'm not down in the taste. It's just like, woo!
All right, right on. Leprechaun's in the house. Jimmy Q's here. Leprechaun's one of our moderators, so I'm glad he made it. Not that I'm not glad everybody's here, but you know what I'm saying. All right, are you ready for these hard-hitting, investigative questions? Are you ready to do this?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, cool. All right. So where are you from? Where are you staying? What's up?
Right now, I am in Phoenix, Arizona. So I was born actually in Ohio and lived there until I was 11, and my mother remarried, and then we kind of lived everywhere. So we moved from Ohio to New Jersey to South Florida to North Florida to Texas to California and back to Ohio within a couple of years. And I landed here in Arizona, though.
All right. What took you there? What your husband there? You guys found a job? What got you in Arizona?
Well, when I met my husband, I was living in Florida, and I actually came out here on vacation, and we met, and then I left, and then I came back out here because I was like love at first sight. Like when I met him, I was like, that's my man right there. And I came back out a couple weeks later and went back home, and he was supposed to be flying out to Puerto Rico, and he ended up turning in his ticket and showing up on my doorstep, and we've just been together ever since. So anyway, we moved back here because his family's here.
And how long has that been, or how long ago was that?
It'll be 19 years this summer.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Very cool. That's
awesome.
I love the love at first sight stories, man. That's so cool. Very sweet. Very sweet.
Like my best friend in the world, so I'm gonna get all sappy.
I know, right?
No,
I'm waiting for Mrs. CJ to poke her head. I'm your best friend too, right? She's all nope. I tried to get her to peek in while we were chatting before we went live, but she said she didn't look good. So I disagree, but I always think she looks good, so that's all that matters.
I like
all right. Yeah. All right. So I saw someone new in the chat, Starscream. So welcome. Very cool of you to be here. Polly Q's in the house. How you doing, Polly? Let's see here. You don't look old enough to be married 18 years, says Keith Bet Tag.
Thank you.
That's very sweet.
We got together in our early 20s, so.
Right on, yeah. Right on. All right, so we obviously know you're married. What's your husband's name?
Xavier.
Xavier. I love that name. Very cool. He took all your kids out to the movie, so they won't be making an appearance probably unless they get back in time. But how many kids do you have?
So altogether, we're kind of like the Brady Bunch because we have 6. 2 he had before we got married, and 1 I had. And then when we married, obviously, that gave us 3. And then we've had 3 more together. So 6.
Yeah, we're all blended families over here, too. I had 3 boys, and Mrs. CJ had a boy and a girl. So we get it. It's chaos for sure.
It's awesome.
And she said we should have 1 more. That's quite impossible, but
yeah, we call them round 1 and round 2.
Oh, right on. How old are ages?
Kind of older. The oldest is 23 and the youngest is 5.
Oh wow, that's a big. Our oldest is 17, almost 18, and youngest is 8, gonna be 9. So we got a little bit of mix there too. All right, cool. All right, I think pretty much everyone knows the question, but besides YouTube, what is your real job?
I don't have a real job anymore.
Oh, okay.
I was a chef. You know, I worked in professional kitchens, and when I got pregnant with our daughter, we decided that I was going to stay home. And at the time, I was actually running a wine bar and ended up going on bed rest for my pregnancy and all this and that. And I've just been at home with them ever since. We were like, made the decision I was staying home. So, yeah.
Wow, that's cool. Well, you know, a lot of people say being a stay-at-home mom is a full-time job.
It is the single hardest job ever because you're not working with professionals. Like, I have to say
awesome. That is one hell of a way to look at it right there.
Seriously, I never had a cook throw themselves on the floor and throw a tantrum. Thank God.
That is awesome. That is a great way to put it for sure. All right, cool. Let's see here. Well, how long did you work in the restaurants?
So I graduated culinary school in 2002, and I guess I was in restaurants professionally chefy in restaurants for those 6 years. But my first job in a restaurant, I was only 13, and it was at a seafood restaurant called Jimmy's Gotcha. And I was a busser. I bussed tables. I didn't really do anything that had to do with food, but it kind of confirmed my love for being in restaurants, even though I was, getting my little 13-year-old arm workout trying to keep up with the servers. But I loved it because, they paid me to hang out in a restaurant, which I thought was cool.
Right on. Well, it's funny you say, the no one's professional at home. Yeah, you can't fire somebody at home, can you?
No, you can't. You can't even suspend them without pay. You have no power.
That's funny. You can lock them in closets. I mean, never mind. I would never do that, but I hear people do that sometimes.
No, we do time out, but you would think I was killing them. They're
Oh, that's funny. All right, cool. All right, last question, and then I'll shout out the chat again. Mega Fred Zeppelin. I don't know if you know who he is, but he has a lifetime question with us here. So this is a question. I haven't seen him in the chat yet, but he goes to bed pretty early. But so, what is your favorite music, bands, instruments, anything and everything that got to do with music?
All the music stuff. Okay, so definitely my favorite kind of music that I listen to more than anything is techno, EDM, whatever you want to call it. I love punk, which my husband he used to love it. Now he kind of makes fun of me for still listening to it because he's like, that's for 20-year-olds. But I love punk rock, and specifically Goldfinger. They're one of my very, very favorites. If you don't know who they are, you have to Google them because they're awesome. And instruments, I love cello. I love the cello, and my daughter is learning to play it. So even listening to her, kind of screech through the notes is, it's such a pretty instrument.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Before I turn it over to Kent, I want to shout out a couple more people I saw in the chat. ASAP Fishing's in there. Passion for Hunting and Fishing. BG Barbecue. Mike Montoya's in the house. Sal the Root Boy Cooks has made it. And Terry Epplin. And again, if I haven't said your name yet, throw a hand up in the chat and I'll make sure I recognize you, because I like to recognize everybody in the chat, because without you guys, well, we'd still have a show, but just not as many people would be watching it, I guess. So,
by the way, my sister was there. I heard you call out her name.
What's her name?
Julie Thomas.
Julie Thomas, right?
Hi, Pooh Bear.
Welcome, sis. Appreciate you being here. Very cool. All right. Real quick, again, let me mention the giveaway for 10,000 subs. Links down below. Make sure you get in there, register to Amazon, see if you can win it. Hey, Cooking with James is here. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. All right. She said, hi, Tigger Boo.
Yes.
That's fun.
Okay, so this is what happened. I was texting her, and I've always called her Pooh, and she started calling me Tigger, obviously, because of Pooh Bear and Tigger. But you know how Google wants to like autocorrect everything that you say? Right. So I put something Pooh, and it autocorrected Boo. And then you go back and you read it, and I'm like, oh my goodness, it called you Boo. Like, I'm like, hey girl, that's my boo over there, like, I love you, girl. And she just thought it was the funniest thing. So then I started calling her Pooh Boo, and she added Boo to Tigger. So now it's Tigger Boo and Pooh Boo.
That's sweet. Oh, that's funny shit right there.
Anyway.
All right, cool. All right, King, have you been paying attention to the chat? Have you been doing a good job?
No, not at all.
Not at all. All right, you're fired again. Oh wait, no, I gotta wait till afterwards to fire you.
Yeah, you got about another hour and a half.
All right, cool. All right, throw your question at her.
Okay, gotcha. By watching your videos, and we talked about this a little ahead of time, and how I could tell a little bit that you did go to culinary school. Can you give us a little background on your culinary schooling and everything like that?
Sure. I went to culinary school here in Arizona. There is a there was a satellite of Le Cordon Bleu, which is a culinary school in France, if you're not aware of it. It's kind of cool. It's where Julia Child went. She's like one of my heroes. But so yeah, they had a satellite school here in Arizona, and I went there.
Awesome.
It was great. It was a great experience.
How long did it take to get through the program?
It was, at the time that I went, it was a 2-year program for 10 hours a day, 5 days a week. And then it was a 6-month externship where you had to go to a restaurant and have a chef sign off on what you were and weren't doing. So they ended up switching the program to being 4 years instead of this condensed 2. And yeah, but I got the 2-year hardcore, get it done, get it done program. So
that's awesome. Very cool.
Well,
sorry, kid.
You figure 10 hours a day, 5 days a week, that's good training into getting into the kitchen field, because you're going to be spending that much time in there if you have a good, successful restaurant anyway. So.
Oh, for sure. I mean, being like, there were times when I was literally putting in like 80 hours in a week, like ridiculous, stupid amounts of hours, you know, just not every week, but during season, you know, or you just like get busy, whatever it is. It gets crazy. Everybody be nice when you go to restaurants. There are some people, they're not very nice. Be nice when you go to restaurants. Those people are working, especially the servers, man. They work their butts off.
For sure.
The servers always get everything bad. You know? Hey, this steak isn't done right. So you take it out on the server? Well, she's not the one who cooked this steak. Give her a break.
Right, totally. And it happens, you know, the poor cook is back there making the steak and he probably has 25 steaks on the grill or whatever. And yeah, you know, one didn't come out. It happens.
Well, we actually went to a national chain restaurant. I won't say the name of it, but I think it's from Australia. Has to deal with. And they had to refire my wife's steak twice.
Oh,
because she's a medium gal, and it came out damn near blue rare. I mean, it was bad. I like medium rare, and I probably wouldn't eat it. So, all right, you ready for the next really tough question?
Let's bring it.
Two-part question.
Wait, Kent, hold on. I just love doing this to him, Alicia. Real quick, sorry, hey Kent, for real. Cooking with Rye dropped a $10 super chat. Appreciate it, Rye. Everybody, if you're not subscribed to him, you should be anyway. But you know he's a great supporter of the team over here, so very cool. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it. Like I said, super chats never expected, but always appreciated. And it's going towards the camera fund, which someday we'll get there. And enough to get Kent a new attitude over there. All right.
Oh, is it my turn again? I was watching Big Bobby play. I'm sorry.
Like a naggy old woman. Go.
You bring out the best in me. What can I say? Okay. Couple questions. You mentioned where you live. Hobo Nichol BBQ wants to know where you were at in Ohio. And Smoking Joe's BBQ wants to know where you were at in Florida.
Okay, so in Ohio, I was in Cincinnati, which is down south. And in Florida, I lived in Plantation, Fort Lauderdale, kind of in that area, as well as Tampa. So cool. If you know where any of those areas are, one's like the bottom this side, one's the top this side. Right.
You're down the Hollywood. Well, not too far from Sal, the Rip Boy Cooks, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah?
In, Pembroke Pines, Florida.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, not anymore because now I'm across the country, but my family is still kind of spread across Florida, and then my awesome sister lives in California now, but that's kind of a new move.
New move for her?
New move. I guess maybe 2 years now. 3 years. I don't know. Maybe she'll comment. 2-3 years. Something like that.
Maybe.
Maybe.
All right. Soul Food Cooking wants to know, which video was your most challenging to make?
Oh, that's so easy because it was the pasteles, which is it's a Puerto Rican Christmas tradition, but I mean, like, it involves cutting up like gourds, you know, like things that are hard to cut into, and very hard root vegetables, and you know, mashing them down into masa, and then like this whole process of cutting down the pork. And it took me 2 days. I actually did half of it, like half of the cooking one day, and my hands were sore from like cutting and mashing, and so I finished them up the next day. But they're totally worth it, and I highly recommend, if you ever get a chance to make them, do it.
Okay. Hobo. I hate seeing Hobo in the chat. He always messes me up. One final question for this round, Alicia. Mel Simple Meals, she wants to know, how often do you laugh at us untrained amateurs in the kitchen when we're making videos?
Hi, Mel. I love her channel, by the way. She is like one of my favorites to watch because she's just so like sincere. Mel, I love you. I love your channel. How how I never laugh at people who are just learning. And I actually, that's one of the things about, you know, why I have a channel is just to spread the love of cooking and show people how to do stuff, because, you know, I would rather think that people are at home cooking something good than eating out every night or eating fast food or whatever it is, you know what I mean? Like, it's nice to be able to show people how to do stuff. So I don't laugh at all. I love watching all of everybody. Some people make me nervous with their knife, though. I will say that. I'm not kidding. I almost want to do a knife training video, like, and show, but then I'm worried somebody will cut themselves and sue me because they watched my knife training video. Something stupid like that will happen to me. So, but yeah, I kind of like watch stuff with like clenched fists sometimes, like, ooh, watch your thumb, watch your thumb. I'm always thinking, watch your thumb. Yeah.
All right, that's all I got for this round, man.
All right, cool. All right, well, Mel Simple Meals is actually a featured guest also. She is scheduled for March 21st.
Awesome.
So, yeah, she's a good one. She was worried that she didn't have enough subscribers to be on. I'm like, come on. Of course you have enough.
I love her. I'll be tuning in.
Yeah. Kent was his first time on the hot seat, even before I took it over. He only had 1 or 2, right? Yeah, 2. So it doesn't matter how many subscribers y'all have. If you want to be on, reach out to me or I'll reach out to you, and we'll make it happen. I love talking to anybody and everybody, from T-Roy to Kent. You know, I love talking to anybody and everybody. So, all right.
You know, I just figured if nobody else showed up, we would just all hang out.
I know, right? Just drink and bullshit, and that's what we do.
Right? How bad can it be? It'd be just the 3 of us will be great. Right
on. Well, if you all want to pour one more shot, they're yelling for shots in the chat. So start pouring. We'll ask a couple more questions. Let's see here.
I'm doing one more. One more. Because I'm drinking wine too. I don't want to be like face down on my desk and you're trying to you're like, wake up over there.
It wouldn't be the first time. All right. Hey, Mike, Everyday Barbecue and Cuisine. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Cat Lover had a question for you. I hope
you guys tell me when you're ready.
Oh yeah, Kent, you ready? Are you ready? Oh, he's ready. All right, throw him up. Cheers to all the homies that can't be here. Ooh, mazel. Subscribers he has, videos. Oh yeah, nice. Well, Jim, I'll still talk to you if you want. Give me a shout, Jim. We'll get you on. Shoop Lazios says ready to rock. Very cool. Welcome. Let's see here. Cat Lover had a question. Kent, did you see it?
I am working on getting it here. I actually lost internet feed on my iPad. So
that's not good.
I'm resulting to this big multimedia device.
All right, Cat Lover, we're going to find your question. We'll ask it. I saw it run by, but I didn't write it down because I thought Kent was going to be competent and do his job, but unfortunately not tonight. Yep.
You get fired again tonight.
He's by the end of the night. Let's see here. Cooking with Corey. How you doing, brother? Cynthia Falcon, welcome. See here. Okie dokie. Have I mentioned the giveaway? We're having a giveaway for Alicia's 10,000 subscribers. Down below, click show more. Click on that link, register in Amazon, and maybe you too will win a spice rack with 5 years of spices. That's insane. That's very cool.
That's pretty awesome. I know. I want one.
Actually, very, very cool. I've never heard of anything like that. I mean, I've heard of a spice rack, but refilling the spices is awesome. So
I know. I saw it. I was debating what to give away, and I came across that, and I was like, dude, that's it.
Man, that's cool. Phil in Florence, of course, shows up when we talk about the giveaway. I got $5 that says Phil wins that giveaway. He's in. Let's see here. Judy Ann from Just Dates here. How you doing? All right, let's get on to the channel questions portion of our show. Well, simple question. How'd you get started on YouTube? What made you decide to join in all this fun and excitement?
Actually, I started off by getting a website. Okay, so step back for a second. So I ended up staying at home. I told you that I was on, bed rest. The whole pregnancy thing was going on, and had my daughter and was still at home. And I was like painting, but I was painting all of our walls. So I had like murals going on the ceiling, and like on every door, every surface in my house had like some sort of mural or painting. And my husband came home from work one day and he looked at me, he's like, Alicia, dude, you have got to find a creative outlet and do something. Like, you need to do something. So I'm like, okay. And I saw this stupid infomercial for starting websites, and I put up a website. So I'm like, oh, that's a cool idea. I'll put up a website. And a few weeks after I did my website, I got it in my head that I was going to do like little videos to put down at the bottom so that people could follow the recipes better. And I did my first video, and somebody left a comment. I don't know if it was on my first one, maybe my second video, somebody left a comment and they were like, are you doing this for the fun or the money? And I'm like, you can make money on YouTube? Like, I didn't know that. And it was pretty soon after that, because it was 2011 when I started mine. So YouTube contacted me pretty shortly after that and was like, would you like to be a YouTube partner? And I'm like, you can make money on YouTube. That chick wasn't full of it. So that's kind of how I ended up there. But yeah, it was just to help people along on my recipes on my website, which gets no love, by the way. My website, like, people go to it, I guess, but it doesn't get the love that my YouTube channel gets.
Well, can you make more money off of YouTube than your website, or is there like more opportunities with the website?
I honestly, I don't know. I think it's like a person by person basis, because I know there are a lot of like bloggers out there, mom bloggers or whatever, and they'll put, today my kid played with this toy and here's a link to it on Amazon, and you get your Amazon commission. And I've heard of people doing really well with websites, and you still get like the Google ads and all of that kind of stuff, just like you do with YouTube. But as far as me, my YouTube way outweighs my website. My website doesn't make, it doesn't cover the cost of it existing, put it like that.
Right. That's funny. And you do the Amazon affiliates and all that stuff too, right?
Yeah, I have one up, but again, it's not
it doesn't do much unless you're like Sean Cannell or whatever, talking about the latest camera that you need, and he says he makes 5-6 figures a month off of Amazon stuff. I'm like, if I can get 2 figures, I'd be pretty damn happy. So
yeah, seriously, if I could get 2 figures, $20.
Right, that's exciting. Queenie Todd's in the house. Dave Maggot.
Hey, I'm Queenie Todd.
Right, welcome. New to my channel, welcome. Very excited for you guys to be here. Keith Bedtag is always just keeping score. We have 60 viewers in the chat. Hey, listen, people, share this. Put this on your social media. Hit the share link. Let's get some more people in here. Meet our fabulous guest, all right?
Plus, we need more people to enter, because that Amazon giveaway, Amazon makes you have so many entrants, before they draw. So the more people that come and enter, the quicker Amazon will pick a winner.
There you go. So
share the link.
Share the link. Let's grow this thing. All right, cool. Well, how long have you been doing your channel after you kind of decided to get away from that website?
So my channel went up at the very end of 2011, I think November of 2011, and my website still exists. It's just kind of neglected. I try to put up recipes as I go, but sometimes I just put them in the description and I don't worry about it. But so how long? 7 years?
Yeah, that's a good amount of time.
A good amount of time.
Yeah, that's stick to itness right there.
But it's, for me, like, I never set out for it to be more, like, I don't want to call it more than a hobby. It's, just something I'm passionate about, really, is sharing. It being like, one of the things I love about YouTube is just being a part of the cooking community. You know what I mean? Being around food in general and just other people who love to cook. So it's not, to me, there's no reason to stop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
definitely. And I think we've talked about this. And if you ask, any of our guests that come in here, the community is really what, keeps people around and involved. It's great. And I dig the fact that we have not just cooking community people in the chat, like we have fishing and hunting channels. anything and everything comes and visits. So it's a good mix of people, but the support that comes every week is just awesome for sure.
No, it's great. Well, in the other channels, like you're saying, I mean, I'm the worst gardener in the world. So there are gardeners that I follow. Like I go to their channel on YouTube and attempt not to kill stuff, but it is. No, I have the saddest garden in the world. You have no idea. I'm ashamed.
Let's see. You kind of lagged a little bit there, and everybody's talking about the Russians are taking over. Mike said the Russians are now officially attacking the hot seat, as they should. Important business goes down on this chat, so I'm with you.
Yeah, very important business happening right now.
This is
fun, DJ. Yeah. Thank you for having me on.
Hey, no, it's serious. Honor's all ours. And I'm so excited you're doing the giveaway with us too. That's a big deal. And 10,000 subscribers. Wow, that's insane.
It's crazy.
It can't, just hopes to get to 1,000 one day, and he'd be excited. I'm just seeing it, just paying attention.
It's kind of weird. I mean, like, because when I put it up, my first year, I got 12 subscribers. My first year, and I was excited to have my 12. I was like, like 12 people are watching what I'm doing, So it was like a slow grow. I've never been really, what's the word I'm looking for? Like I've never pushed it, or you know what I mean. Never try to like push my limits on it. Like I want it to be my fun, my de-stress thing that I love to do. Right. So that's where I keep it.
That's very cool. All right. World Supporter was in the house. He says he's got to go. He just stops in and says hi. And I love that about him. There's that.
I'm going to blame it on you because I didn't do anything.
You moved one way. You turned your chair. You turned your chair to the right. Shifted. You shifted and it screwed everything up.
Is it better?
Yeah, you're good.
Now?
All right, a couple more people stop by. Your sister says shot time, Tigger Boo. We're gonna take a little break on the shots for a little bit.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do a shot too, Miss Pooh.
I see her. Snoopy Eats is here. He said he's listening while he's driving. No texting and driving, guys. We don't want the hot seat to be a cause of an accident. Hobo said penalty shots. For moving, maybe. Raspberry Rocks in the house. Josh and Babe are here. And Lewis from Our Shack Barbecue. LT's in there. Right on. Stop being babies on those shots. That's your sister again.
Oh, my goodness. Are you joining us? Are you home yet? Are you driving?
If you're not driving, you need to be joining in on the fun.
Yeah, I want to know when she gets home and fills up her shot glass, we'll do another.
Well, speaking of filling in my glass, I need to reload here. Hold on real quick. Excuse me, I'm just be making a bunch of noise over here. It's very, very unprofessional.
That's
go ahead.
Covered. I'm drinking enough for everybody tonight.
Perfect. All right, what are you drinking? Crown, huh?
Yeah.
What happened to the Black Velvet? Was that not on sale this week, Kent?
What do you mean not on sale? No, the Crown was on sale, dummy.
Oh, that's what it is. All right, got it.
Hey, when you drink as much as I do, you can't afford that high dollar shit every week. Not everybody's Josh, okay?
I understand.
And I figure I really need to drink a lot tonight because Mike is here and Hobo's here. And I think with Hobo and Mike in the same house, somebody's got to get drunk like Hobo did when he interviewed Mike. Just saying.
Someone said Crown goes on sale. Yeah, every once in a while.
I want to know if everybody in the chat who's encouraging the shots are also joining in.
Yeah. All right, guys. Yeah. In the chat, throw whatever. What do they say the number? 7 or 1. Throw a 7 or 1 if you're taking a shot when we shot along. Queenie Todd says Dave Maggot's the best channel around, and Dave Maggot said Queenie Todd's the best channel around. So the Mutual Admiration Society is in the house. It's good to see. Let's see here. Josh and Babe I know Josh and Babe are drinking. Let's see here. I'm actually I'll be at Josh and Babe's house this weekend helping him out with his competition on AB's channel. So your sister said hot seat party game.
We need the word. What word to do that?
The pineapple.
No shot game tonight.
No shot game. We tried that one time. My smoke detectors were beeping, and I couldn't turn it off at all. So every time it beep, I try to take a drink, and by halfway through, I just can't keep up, and I'm like, I'm gonna be passed out. It's not right.
He got so drunk he thought it was a smoke detector, but it was a rogue carbon monoxide detector that was beeping.
Well, and I don't normally do shots. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna say I never do shots, but you know, like sometimes for fun with people that you want to hang out and have fun with. You know, you start off with a shot.
Yeah, I like it. And guys, it wasn't my idea. It wasn't Kent's idea. I'm just saying there's someone else that it was the idea of having the shots. I mean, Kent was all for it. Don't get me wrong.
Honest. I wasn't going to argue, but it wasn't my idea.
Okay. No, it was my idea, but it was a good idea.
It was a great idea. Shot when CJ says, cool. Someone says shot when I say right on. Hey, General Diamond, what's going on, brother?
I'd rather do a shot every time I hear that beat than that.
I know. Oh, why you gotta be mean? Let's see here. James is putting happy emojis or laughing emojis or something. Dude's using emojis. All right. What is your inspiration for the stuff that you cook? Are you spending time watching other YouTubers? Are you just like, what do I want for dinner this week? How do you design what you make?
Well, everything that is on my channel is something that obviously I'm actually feeding my family for dinner, but I don't know, my inspiration comes from anywhere that I happen to be. I feel like food is constantly on my mind. It's, you know, just one of those things that I love. So if I'm watching TV and somebody says something in a movie, or you know, I don't know, cookbooks. I have like a zillion cookbooks. I have cooking magazines. I watch other YouTubers. It's a very, very large part of my life is food. And I like getting random ingredients. One of my favorite things to do is go to the Asian market. We have this huge Asian market out here called Lily's. And my kids love to go because they have like crabs that are alive and they're, you know, in the bin, and they have like fish. And so I take the kids, and it's their favorite thing too. And we walk up and down the aisles, and I let them pick out random things to try that has to be something they've never had. But I do the same thing. I'll get some random thing that I've never had, and then I come home and I like look it up and read about it, and, you know, read recipes with it. And, you know, I just like to play in the kitchen. I like to cook. It's my thing.
Nice. If you don't know, Hobo's infamous for his hashtags in the chat. And this one is hashtag when CJ talks more than 2 minutes straight. You see what I deal with every week, and that's one of the guys that moderates this damn thing, and you know, I'm catching flag. It's bad.
That's awesome.
Raspberry Rock, if you want to ask a question, hit at Daddy Dutch and he will answer it. What you said about all the bottles behind me, yes, this bottle came from that rack. I'm doing something with it. It's going in my belly, so I'm not gonna make any drinks. I'm not doing a cocktail here. I'm not gonna flip any bottles around, but definitely something off there is getting on there. He said hashtag it's his job. Hell
Can
yeah.
you do that?
What's that?
Can you flip bottles?
Yeah, really good.
Really?
Watch my video from yesterday showing me flip a whipped cream can around. At the end, there's like 5 or 6 takes before I actually catch it the right way. I can't flip shit, dude. It's insane.
You are no Magic Mike, I will say.
I am definitely, well, shit. I mean, I'm close.
Hey, 6 tries isn't terrible.
No.
It is, you know, and 2 of them I actually caught right, and I winked. You know, I did good. Shut up. Show us your bottle flipping. All right, here's a. Oh, there you go. Flip the water bottle. What's up? I'm not flipping glass. It ain't gonna happen. CJ said, "Please don't." That's funny. All right, Paulie, have a good night, man. Paulie saying good night. So, let's see here. What would be one piece of advice you would give to a new YouTuber just starting out?
What would I give to a new YouTuber? You do not want advice from me for growing your channel quickly, because it took me a long time to get.
No, not growing quickly, but, you know, like what's one thing they could focus on that, you know, people don't always think about?
I don't know. Like, to me, just, you know, meeting people and having the fun. And because I think that if you're not enjoying it, you won't continue to do it. And, you know, YouTube isn't something that most people jump onto and have overnight success, although I know it happens, but I think most of us are in it for the long haul. So, you know, make sure that you're doing something that you love, that whatever your videos are, there's something that you love to do and you love to research, or you love to, you know, whatever it is. Like, you have to genuinely like what you're doing, or, you know, why are you doing it, I guess, is what I would say. But yeah, do what you love. That's what.
Yeah, that's a great tip right there. You know, do it for the love. Not you ain't getting rich off of this. You ain't getting, you know, fandom or anything like that. You're getting a little having fun. That's all it is.
It is. That's exactly what it's about, is, you know, meeting people. I think it's so cool that, you know, people leave comments on my channel and they'll say like, greetings from India, or greetings from Spain, or, you know, wherever it is. I'm like, that is the coolest thing ever, that somebody across the world just watched what I was making.
Yeah, I agree completely. Hobo said, hashtag he's here for the groupies. Good on you, brother. Good on you. All right, cool.
I'm there with you. No.
I got tons of groupies just beating down my door. I can't even get a show in without.
Maybe I can borrow some of your groupies, CJ.
You don't want his groupies.
Just follow you around. Like Kent's the biggest groupie right there.
Kent, will you be my groupie too?
You got it, babe.
That's awesome. Let's see here. Phil and Florence said something to Troy. Julie said she is a groupie.
Yay!
Freestyle Garage is here. Welcome, brother. Welcome. Let's see. Always try to improve your quality. All right, Julie Thomas is going to be my groupie too. Right on. Welcome. That's awesome. We could always use new members of the crew. Very cool.
She's awesome. My sister is the best. She's the best.
Right on. Let's see here. Is Russ in the chat? I think I saw Kent say that. Welcome, Russ.
CJ, that's Russ from Raspberry Rock.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the other one. Christy's Cookie Channel's in the house. Welcome, Christy. How you doing? Say hi to Lloyd for me. Good to see you. All right, so let's kind of get into the inner workings of what you do. What do you film with?
I do not have anything fancy. I have a Sony Bloggy. I don't know if you have any idea what that is, but it's a tiny little camera about this big, and I have had it for since I started. So that was what I got to do it on. And I love it though, because it's easy. It fits in my pocket, literally.
Right on. That's cool. Hey, whatever works. I mean, I think it's all about just getting the content out there. So whatever you got to, that's one of the advice that everybody gives, like the new YouTubers, is just put something up. Just get some content up there and use what you got. So that's very cool.
I would, one day, hopefully I'll have some really nice, sophisticated equipment and everything will be all sharp and beautiful. But, until then, the food tastes the same. So
yeah, that's true. That's funny. So a follow up to that, what editing software do you use?
I have Photo Director and Power. Oh my goodness, what is the name of it? Power Director. Right on. I love them too. If anybody is looking for a software, they are pretty easy to use, pretty user friendly. I think I'm not any kind of editing or software genius. I've never had classes or any. I am not fancy, but I can totally work that software. Although I can't do any of its advanced things. They have these videos on their thing where they're show yourself floating over a city like Mary Poppins. I'm like, not happening.
Let's see. Hobo said Power Director's easy stuff. T. Roy said Kent dropped a super chat for $10 to get Kent better equipment. And Bill Chicken Fried just dropped a super chat for $5 saying CJ camera fun. I had a Canon camera and there's something wrong with the motor and I can only film a foot away. So I've been using my iPhone for the last 10, 20 videos and it's been working just fine.
They have good cameras on them, don't they?
Yeah, it shoots 1080p, it's fine. But, I'm like most dudes in any way, shape, or form. I want to have the best gadgets and cool stuff and all the fun stuff. But, if it ain't It's just not in the cards right now. So thank you for the donations to the camera fund. It'll be used. We bought Kent a laptop for Christmas to have better views, better equipment. So T-Roy will go back to paying that back. Kent, did you want to say anything to that?
No, not that I'll regret.
Love you, T-Roy.
I thought we were friends, buddy. What the hell?
Hey, AE's in the house. Keith Bedtag says there's 63 people watching. Welcome, everybody. Good to have you here. We're excited you're here. All right. I'm going to give Kent a chance to ask questions if he has some, and then we'll come back to me. So, Kent, what you got, brother?
All right. Well, the first one good timing. Now I don't have to write this down. Sal, the Rut Boy Cook, wants to know, Alicia, who cooks better, men or women?
Oh, that's not a fair question. Women, no. No. I don't know. I think that I'm going to give you like the political answer here, okay? I think we all have our strength in the kitchen, because I know in a professional kitchen, when you have this like huge pot of something, there was more than once that I had to like grab a dude, like, can you move this for me? Because it's heavy and it's boiling and I don't want to move it, you know? So I'm not going to lie. There were times I had to grab a dude in the kitchen, but there are also times in the kitchen where, you know, you need like tiny little fingers to do the little intricate work. So I guess it depends on what you're making.
Well put.
Can't hold on. Lewis at our
I thought
for the wall or the camera fund. Oh, Lewis, you're killing me, brother. Too funny.
I saw that.
Oh my goodness. All right, go ahead, kid. Sorry, bro.
Mike at Everyday Barbecue says men use salt, so they win.
Men use salt?
Salt. I use salt. I am like, if you watch one of my videos, you'll hear me. I am always talking about salt and talking about how to salt food, because I think seriously, that's one of the things that got pounded into my head in culinary school. The school that I went to, the first 6 weeks, they want you to not put salt in your food at home so that you can understand how salt affects food. So yeah. I am all about the salting, and the right kind of salt too, not just like, you know, throwing your, I'm not going there, you guys.
You mean the iodized salt that you get in the little round blue can isn't the good stuff?
You know, it has its place in the kitchen. So like I'm going there. Now I'm going there. You guys, if you're making fried food or salting pasta water, use your iodized salt. And if you're not, don't.
Very good.
There's my tip. No, kosher salt is where it's at.
Agreed.
What are you doing?
I am seriously just making a big old mess over here, honestly.
He's kind of hiding back there. Sorry,
it's my first time. Sorry, guys.
CJ, do I need to put up a YouTube video to show you how to mute your mic when you're being a jerk?
You know, everything else is on there. Real quick, Hobo put thank you. Put a $5.55 super chat in there for shots. So if they pay for it, you know it needs to be done, right?
Are they joining in?
I would guarantee you that Hobo has some kind of good fancy bourbon that he's sipping on right now.
Oh yeah, he's probably got a half handle of bourbon gone already in the last 2 hours. So
okay, that's fair enough. This is gonna end badly, you guys. I'm telling you, you're gonna be like tapping on the mic to.
It's all right. You know, we'll just keep going. I'm not getting electrocuted. All the wires are out of the way. We're in good shape. I just I have a little bowl here with ice, and I spill a little water over it. I hit it on accident, so. It's he said he's half wrecked and credit card in hands. You guys are effed. Oh my goodness. All right, well, get it ready, Alicia.
I'm all right. You guys suck. I'm like, this is my last one.
If you hadn't suggested taking the shots, it's hot up in here.
Oh,
Shot. This is how things around here, YouTube's and the YouTube's cook community.
right.
Pid Life Barbecue said he loves the show. Great time. John, I've already thought about it, and I'm on his show next week, and I'm gonna go outside and have a cigar and have a couple whiskeys out there while I'm on his show. I think I'm gonna do that. See, Troy, when he was on, it was 4 hours. Him and Justin from Baby Back Maniac, they were on here for 4 hours, and he drank beer pretty much the whole time. And that boy was he was feeling no pain, just like the rest of us. Hey, Mama T barbecue sauce, what's up? All right, cool.
With Justin and Troy, that was a great show. But I tell you what, that next day at work sucked.
Booger 500 US said, I showed my tattoos after the show. Just Shane.
She showed most of them.
Most
Didn't show all of them.
That's
There's
the key
two.
word.
There's two I know about that you don't, CJ. Tom called me and told me about them.
That's all right. Good times. All right, cool. You have more questions, Kent?
Yeah, you only let me ask one before you interrupted me.
Well, I'll try not to spill. All right.
Okay, that'd be great. Thank you. Bill at Chicken Fried Barbecue. Alicia, what is the favorite video of yours that you've published?
My favorite video. I don't know. I'm sorry. Let me think. I feel put on the spot. That's why they call it the hot seat, right? You know what? There was one that I did with a friend of mine, and he taught me how to make sweet potato pie, which I'd never actually had. And he was in the video with me. That was like kind of part of the deal. So he's a good friend of mine. His name is Tall J. You can go to his channel as well, but he is actually a Christian rapper, and he's a super cool dude. And he taught me his mama's recipe for a sweet potato pie, which came out amazing. And that's probably one of the ones that I had the most fun making. So I guess it's up there in my favorites for that reason.
Well, you know, cooking with friends is always fun.
It is. I know all of my friends, it's like anytime I'm like, hey, do you want to come over for dinner? They're like, yeah, do you want me to come over early and we can cook together? I'm like, yeah, sure, bring it. I need all the help I can get.
Well, I'm not sure if it's you needing so much help as them wanting to learn from you.
Well,
hold on, Kate. Sorry, guys. I have to interrupt because we did fail to do something. Everybody forgot. Get them up.
oh, wait, I'm not ready. I'm sorry.
No,
I was
she wasn't ready. She didn't say shit.
Someone put another $5 Canadian.
That's rough.
That's only half a shot. Raspberry Park Rock.
Are you talking to me?
No, someone put a $5 chat in there.
I'm like, mine is like, did you say that was a half? Mine's like,
No. I'm saying $5 American get you that. Oh, that was a bad joke. Sorry.
I'm with you now. I'm like, what?
All right, guys, throw them up. Cheers to your health.
Gals.
Looking up your old glass hole.
Woo! There, Mom and Bill Marblehead. #1 fans watching. Judy and Dale in Florida.
Those are. See, I told you my family was showing up. That's
so exciting.
It is. Hi, Mom.
I love it when the parents get here.
That is my mother, and my mom is one of the coolest people on this planet. I will just let you know that my mother is awesome, and she is actually, Mom, I'm sorry, she is who I had my first hangover with because Mom.
Char Griller said I need to wipe my chin there. That's fine. That's why I have a beard. It catches what doesn't go in. Don't worry.
And then Judy and Dale, that's my aunt and uncle. I told you my family was showing up.
I love it. That's awesome.
I love my family. I have the most supportive, amazing, awesome family on earth.
Right on. Cookie with Corey, thanks for the $10 shout, super chat. But I don't see anything about a shot in there, so I think it's just donating the camera fund.
You didn't hear what I said.
No, what'd you say?
His super chat says, "Here's to your glass hole," and what I said is, "Here's to looking up your glass hole."
Fair enough. Julie said she's your #1 fan.
I'm her #1 fan too.
That's so sweet.
Oh, I know.
You know what? If I like having the family involved with this YouTube thing, we have the boys. We have two little guys. They're 9 and 10. They'll sit there and read the chat while I'm cooking. We're still half a shot behind. All right, Hobo, we'll get there. You know, I've had my dad over and do lives on Father's Day. You know, Mrs. CJ helps me film. She'll usually the one that helps with my bloopers afterwards because I have to bleep everything out I say to her. So I'm glad Kris is keeping track. Sorry, Corey, you didn't put what the super chat was for. I'm not going to do an effing shot if it was just $10 because we're cool people. I'm just saying.
$10 for being cool.
$10 for being cool.
$10 for the Hawkeyes is what it was.
Oh, why is it always got to be like that with you guys? It's horrible, Kent. All right, cool. Kent, you got more questions? Or are you fixing a drink over there?
Well, I'm doing both. I'm multi-talented. Okay. Kenneth at What's New Barbecue wants to know, Alicia, your hair color, is this permanent or do you change it every so often?
And it's permanent. Well, yeah, it's permanent. And I had it kind of boring for a long time, like just brown and boring. Years and years ago, I had it blue and black, like kind of comic book hero style. And I think I got into mom mode and I was just doing, you know, the mom PTA. Like I didn't want to shake things up, like be picking my kids up at school with, you know, blue hair type of thing. But now I'm like, you know what? It's more me. It's more me. And I'm, yeah. So
you know, I think this day and age, you know, parents, you know, they can be whatever. I'm tatted up, you know, and I look like a damn biker, but I'm totally white collar and I never do anything. So, oh my God. So I don't care. And I see more guys that, you know, we pick up the kids, you know, all 5 of them, whenever we go there, there are people more tatted up or, you know, mohawk, you know, just crazy looks, but that's the day and age we live in. And I think it's cool. You got to rock it.
Yeah, no, I love it. And I think more importantly, my kids don't care. Like they're not embarrassed when I show up at school. They're like, that's my mom. Like, what's up? That's my mom. Coolest mom ever. I know. You know, so they're like, they had an unexpected reaction to it, I guess, because they seem more proud than not. You know what I mean?
That's awesome. Sorry, Ken. Go ahead, buddy.
Well, thank you.
Oh my God, you're such a surly little girl.
You guys are fun.
Oh, we love to banter back and forth. Keith Betteg has more of a comment than he does a question, but he wants to say thank you for cooking like normal people and not barbecuing everything. Keith's not a gadget guy. Keith cooks on his stove. That's what Keith does. You know, Keith's a cool dude.
But Keith turns out some awesome stuff, though.
That's awesome. Thank you. You're welcome.
Keith, if you ask him how many F's he gives, 0. Like, he does not give one damn F.
Nope.
Oh, hey, guys, we have another super chat for $6.66 from Jim from Suburban Barbecue. He wants to see the first hot seat hurl.
Oh.
All right, so we're gonna take a little break from the shots, but Jim, we're gonna get there. I hope not to throw up on my own show.
I will not be thrown up on the internet.
Yeah, no one wants to see that.
I haven't thrown up from booze in 30 years, so
it's probably been a little bit sooner for me on that one. But Jim, I got your super chat. You're on the list. We'll definitely take another shot in a little bit. But we do have a lot more questions to get through. By the way, we're an hour in. Time is flying. Are you still good to go? We still got questions to give?
I'm cool.
All right, cool. Let's see here. Here it goes. Oh, no. All right. Okie dokie. Kent, you done?
No.
What the hell, man? You have one job to do.
Well, hey, we got people asking questions. If you shut up and let me do my job, this might go a little easier. Just saying. Okay, now that we're done with him, Rob from Barbecue Pit Dog wants to know, what food have you seen on a YouTube channel that you'd like to try?
Funny you should ask that, Rob, because you know what I am going to be trying is your habanero blackberry sauce that he just made. I don't know if anybody saw that video, but if you did not, I just thought that seriously it looked so tasty. And Rob, when I saw you bite into that wing at the end, I was thinking like, yes, yum. Mail me one. I would like to try those. They look delicious.
100% agreed right there.
Yeah,
I actually chatted back and forth with Rob about that, and I'm like, oh, it gave me ideas. Let's put it that way.
I don't even eat tons of spicy food because I'm like kind of a baby when it comes to spices. But man, that sounds good. Like it just sounded good, right?
Yeah.
Taste it, eat it. I want one.
Yeah. My mouth started watering during his video.
Yeah, it looked good.
So, all right. Next question comes from Smokin' Joe's Pit Barbecue. Do you smoke any meats or own any smokers?
I do not, but I want to. I am hoping to get a smoker soon. And the only time I've ever actually smoked meat was way back in culinary school. And they had like this huge cold smoker that you could do anything you can cold smoke in. And I loved it. And I love the taste of smoke and food. And I actually really love barbecue. It's up there in my top 5 favorite things to eat is barbecue. So I am completely down for a smoker. I will be owning one soon. And then I'm going to be watching all of y'all's videos over and over and learning how to use it the right way, because you guys got it going on when it comes to the barbecue and smoking.
Barbecuing's fun. It is. It brings people together. Seriously. So
yeah,
it's very social for sure.
I barbecue. I just don't have a smoker. But what I do, everybody is going to be like, don't do that, watch. But so you know those wood chips you can buy for your smoker, the little wood pellets? I had asked my husband to go, I don't know what I sent him to the store for, some form of smoking something. And he brought those back and I was looking at them and I'm like, dude, I think these are for a smoker. So I ended up just like putting the charcoal into the grill. This is where you guys are all going to cry. And I wet down the smoker chips and I threw them on top of the charcoal. And then I put the meat on and then I like covered it. And it was goodness. It smoked it and it was goodness. But I'm misusing my pellets. I misuse them all the time because it gives that smoky flavor.
Hey, if it works, it works. You know, that's the thing.
Good. I have chicken breasts coming off of the grill that taste like bacon, like straight up bacon. I'm like over smoking it with the pellets, but I love it.
You say making chicken taste like bacon like it's a bad thing.
I know, really. That's
no.
awesome to me.
Michael Simon says bacon makes everything better.
Bacon does make everything better. I'm in big agreement with that.
So, the other thing you can get if you have the actual pellets or the chips is that amazing tube that you light the one end and use that for your smoke, a cold smoke.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, those are real nice.
I've seen some kind of like make it home kind of. I need to just go get one is what it is. I just haven't.
For sure.
Haven't ventured out yet. There you go.
You guys are going to see me making like homemade bacon today on Best Bites Forever. I'm going to be carrying a meat slab to the, smoker. It's going to be great.
I know a few people have done that, and one of them's in this chat.
Nice. I'll be watching their video. You have to send me, if it's you, send me a link to your making bacon video. I want to see it. Making bacon.
I can do that afterwards.
Yes, please.
All right. Lewis at Our Shack Barbecue wants to know, who is the older sister, Alicia or Julie?
Julie is my older sister, and she is wonderful, and she's not like a mean older sister, although when we were kids, we didn't get along, but we're very close. We're very close in age, and we're very close, she's one of my best friends on earth. It's like her and my husband are my 2 best friends, and I love her. She's my poo-boo. You had to be her.
Nice. All right. Speaking of your sister, Jim at Suburban Barbecue wants to know, when are you going to have Julie in a video?
Julie, when are you going to be on a video? Is she still on chat? She might have left. She had to work all day.
No, she's here.
Oh, she's still here. Whenever she wants to be in a video. Plus, she has the awesome kitchen. She just had her kitchen remodeled. And
you said she's in California?
She's in California.
Where at in California?
She's near San Diego.
Oh, that's just a little bit south of me.
Is
she
she
needs
near
to come
you?
out. She needs to come up and be in Cooking with CJ video.
She doesn't cook.
Oh.
Know this. Me and my sister are on the opposite ends of the spectrum when it comes to cooking. I love to cook. She hates to cook. Like, she hates to cook. If she never had to cook again in her life, like if I was like, I will come over and cook every meal for you, she'd be like, thank you so much.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that'd be saddening for me if somebody's like, you can never cook again. I'd be like, wait, what? No.
See here. T-Roy said he wants to be in a video, in a Cooking with CJ video. T-Roy, it'll happen. It's going to happen soon, for sure. Wait, she said, hey, I'm saving lives. What does she do for a living?
She's a nurse. She is definitely saving lives.
Well, thank you very much. That's awesome.
And she's awesome at it. I call her, it's awesome because she's like my medical expert. So anything that goes wrong in the house, I'm like texting her pictures. I'm like, baby Xavier fell, and this is what his, gut looks like.
Rub a little dirt on it. Tell him to get back in the game.
Get back in the game. Tape an aspirin to it. You'll be fine.
Yep.
Yeah, she's like diagnosing. She's awesome. She's probably saved me millions in medical bills with my kids.
Hey, Kent, you see that? 1 U.S. shot, 2 Canadian shots behind. All right, so we got another $5 Canadian shot. So let's go ahead and let's get one going. So pour another one, Alicia. Can't get it going. Mystery. Yeah, Mystery said something about a pressure cooker. Julie said she's scared of a pressure cooker. I have a Ninja Foodie that I just got, and it's a pressure cooker, and it's
shameless plug.
Yeah, it's interesting. I always feel like the thing's gonna blow off for sure. Shameless plug to what? It's my channel and my show, dude.
I think my grandma's pressure cooker exploded in her kitchen. I think that's why she's afraid of pressure cookers.
Nah, fair enough.
Yeah. That's traumatizing to have your pressure cooker explode in the kitchen.
T-Roy said Cooking with Corey would probably benefit more from being on one of his videos. Very true. Very true. I would like to be on one of T-Roy's videos someday when I go to Texas. All right, throw them up, guys.
We need to link a bunch of videos and all do like a cooking live.
That'd be fun.
Does that exist? Can that happen?
Yeah, I did it last weekend on AB's channel. I beat Cooking with James. It was a good time. I'll send you the link. It was fun as hell.
Was that
cheers, guys. Suck them back. Yeah, I'm calling in sick tomorrow.
How many has it been after I said no more?
3 more after you said no more.
Sweet. Glad you're keeping count.
And I think we still owe one. Hobo's keeping track for us.
We owe one. Hobo's keeping track. Thank you for that.
Jay Wade's in the house. What's up, Jay Wade? How you doing, brother? Let's see here. Kent, you want to give it back to me, or you still got a couple?
No, I got like 3 more.
Can they wait? Let's let me.
No, one is from a while ago that
okay, go ahead.
I messed up. I want to get to. Cat Lover wants to know, Alicia, the author of the Wine Bible book behind you, who is it?
The Wine Bible book behind me. Karen McNeil.
See, and I thought Hobo was good at picking out stuff in the background.
Right? I thought the same thing.
This is a great book if you ever want to get into wine, which I know a lot of so let me
just throw it on the floor. We won't tell.
No. So let me tell you a little story. The first place that I worked as a chef happened to be a wine bar, and what had happened is I was like kind of starting to drink wine. I wasn't like into it or anything. And I looked it up in the phone book, and I ended up at this place called Wine Concepts, and the owner was there. And I went in, and he and I got to talking because he was the only one there. There were like no customers. He wasn't open. I think the shop was open, but not like the restaurant. But he had like a little restaurant. And I don't know. We got to talking, and he was like, "Oh, so you're in culinary school? You know, well, I'm looking for a chef." And I was like, "Really?" And he's like, "Yeah. You know, do you want to come here and work and see how you like it?" And I ended up working there, and he's the one who made me like completely fall in love with wine and taught me so much, because every night when I came into work, Mark was sitting at the bar like, "What are we drinking tonight?" And we would sit there and have a couple of glasses of wine, and then I would go, you know, back into the kitchen and start working. But like, he brought me wine throughout the night, the entire night while I was drinking. So anyway, how did I end up talking about that? Oh, the wine Bible. So wine is food's friend. It's just friends. You have to.
Does it have all the pairings in there with, you know, which wine for which meal, blah, 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 stuff like that?
It does. It gives you a really good basis of like how to, you know, when you see people tasting wine and they're like, "Oh, it smells like grass," or it smells like, you know, whatever it is that they're talking about. It kind of talks about that and like why, you know, why people smell different things because of the different like acids and chemicals and all that kind of stuff in wine. And it starts to teach you to pair. But, you know, the funnest thing about having wine with food is trying different wines with your food and seeing what you like and drinking wine. Like,
all right.
You're there with me. You know,
hey,
you can do.
If it's in front of me, I'm probably gonna drink it. So I'm with you.
Well, I mean, I'm sure, you know, even if you're not a wine drinker, if you're a beer drinker, there has to be something that you eat, that there's a certain beer that you're like, these two things are friends. You know, they go together.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of people do the beer pairings with food too.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's the same thing. And you don't have to get like some crazy expensive wine. It's not like you have to be drinking, you know, $50 bottles. Like you can I'm drinking a big $7 bottle tonight. It's not like, you know, I'm not a wine snob. I take it on a wine by wine basis.
All right, cool. Well, I'll ask the question because I'm not sure Kent just saw it, but what is your favorite wine?
My favorite wine, man, I've tried some really tasty wines. Probably one of the best wines that I've ever had is Opus One. It is incredible. My husband and I went to Napa Valley. Actually, when we were running the wine bar, we were buying this wine called Ghost Block. And if you've never heard of it, it has this kind of cool thing about it where the vineyard is across the street from this huge cemetery in Napa Valley. So they call it Ghost Block because it's on this block with the cemetery where they're growing the grapes that go into the wine. And the wine is absolutely delicious. So that's one of my favorites. But while we were in Napa Valley on Ghost Block's dime, because they invited us up there, and we got to stay in the vineyard, which was really cool. But I tried Opus, and it was stupid good. It was like if somebody melted butter and wine together. It's stupid. You should have some.
I've heard about it. I don't believe I ever tried it before, but yeah. We got a couple more super chats for more shots. Guys, give us a couple minutes to recover. Hobo, keep track. We'll figure it out. We may have to go on credit, but we'll get there.
Part of those might have to lead into the after party, I think.
Yeah, I think some of these might fall over, but keep putting them in there. We'll keep track. I know Hobo's got a keen eye on this. Phil in Florence made his own wine. He said it equals cheap, but I'm sure it was mighty tasty for sure.
I have never made my own wine, but I think that would be fun. And I know it's easy because, dude, Mark, I was telling you about, he used to do like wine lessons in the place, and he would take grape juice, like crappy grape juice, and he would pour it, and he would show how yeast is like naturally attracted to the grape juice. And he had this whole class where they would ferment like Welch's or something, which I never did, but he did it for the guests, you know, the customers who would come in. So, yeah.
That's cool. Hobo said, my credit personally is no good with Hobo, but Alicia's, your credit's fine with him. So,
oh, thank you, Hobo.
So get your shot ready, and we'll take one for Hobo so he gets off our back. All right, cheers.
Hey, he's the asshole that created me. I got to do what he says.
Yeah, you got to do what he says.
See, I don't like
within reason.
Well, yeah, that's true too. Snoopy Eats said he pulled over to watch us.
Aw.
Very cool, man. Very cool.
Very cool.
Whew.
All right, CJ, I got about 4 more. Bottle Cap, Mel, Just Eight, and Pit Life.
Okay.
I'm going to hang on to them for a little bit, let you get back to your questions. So everybody else, if you have some more, or screw you, Bottle Cap. If you got more questions, put them in the chat, please.
All right, cool. Hobo, I know we still got a chicken fried shot coming up, but
What is a chicken fried shot?
Chicken Fried Barbecue donated a super chat to back up Hobo's super chat for the shot.
Oh, I thought you were gonna bust out something crazy. I was ready. I'm like, I love chicken fried steak.
No, you just dip it into some gravy, you'll be good to go.
Your little shot glass.
I make a lot of shots for sure. If you guys were all here, I'd definitely make shots for everybody. J Max Amateur Kitchen, what's up, brother? Good to see you in the chat. To recap, CJ and Kent have 1 U.S. shot plus 2 Canadian shots. Alicia has 2 Canadian shots. All right, thanks for keeping track. Appreciate it. All right, cool. Let's get back to my questions here. The funniest thing that has ever happened while you're filming that didn't make it on the final cut?
The funniest thing that, oh my goodness, this is, I don't know, it's funny now, but this was not funny when it happened. But oh, Mrs. CJ, it better have been Mrs. CJ.
Don't say hi. Lean your head in.
I don't want to.
Hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
I didn't think anyone could see me.
Hi, baby doll.
Yes.
Hi.
Oh, chicken fried. I said I need to name a drink chicken fried. I will think about that for sure. That's a great. I love chicken fried barbecue. I love his name. Bill's a dope guy anyway, but just the name of his channel is awesome for sure.
Dude, you need like a chicken fried shot, like a little, like a shot glass with some sort of like maple liquor in it, and then like a little tiny chicken nugget type of thing garnished on the side of the shot glass, where you could
I was thinking actually, you know, something with a very, you know, almost like a chicken skin chicharron.
Oh, all right. We're coming up with something. We're getting good ideas here. We're gonna do a collaboration on the chicken fried shot. I see it in the future. We're gonna do this.
Chicken fried shot. That's a good idea.
All right, I gotta actually make a note of that. I smell a collab. Exactly.
And the other thing is you can have the song Chicken Fried playing in the background.
No, copyright.
Oh, you can find it somewhere for free.
Yeah, all right. You find it and I'll put it on there.
You got to contact the people. Have you ever, I bet there's a fun one because my kids listen to these obnoxious, what is the song? Oh my gosh, like the taco song and the burrito. Have you heard the breakfast burrito?
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
it's like breakfast burrito. Do you know what I'm talking about? It is ridiculous. And yeah, we jam to that song all the time here.
put a crackling on top of the shot. I like it. Here. Yeah, J-Max J-Max Amateur Kitchen. He's new. He's actually going against Josh and Babe this weekend. Okay, so in case you don't know, AB, Smoking the Grill with AB, set up a live cooking competition, kind of like Iron Chef, on his channel. So he's invited other creators to come on and go against each other. And this weekend happens to be Josh and Babe versus J-Max Amateur Kitchen, who honestly I had never seen before until I heard about this. So I went and subscribed to him this week. He does great stuff. His editing's on point. He's doing good stuff. So everybody make sure you get J-Max Amateur Kitchen. He's doing some good stuff. But I won last week going against Cooking with James in the first episode. I don't want to – using the word destroyed is a strong, but I did all right. I'm just saying.
It's also not nice, CJ.
You know, I didn't talk smack before. I didn't talk smack during, but you know, it was a good time. I'm just saying.
Now that it's after, he's going to talk.
Now it's after, I could say that I did okay. You know, that's all I'm trying to say.
What was it? 70-30 split?
Something like that. It was 72. When the final vote got tallied, it was 75-25 when it was cut off, and then people subsequently have put votes in, so it's 73-7 or 27 or some shit like that. But beat down, just saying. All right. My favorite question. I love asking this one because it always stumps the guest unless you've watched and you got an idea. But if Hollywood were to make a movie about you, your channel, your website, kids' house, whatever, who's playing you? And put it in the chat, guys. If you see someone who Alicia is, throw it in the chat. We want to hear your ideas.
That's a hard question, CJ. I don't know who's playing me. I think I'm thinking hard here. So I'm gonna go with my husband. Always tells me I remind him of two people, like actress-wise. So the first one is Julie Andrews when she was younger, and he says because I'm always happy and singing and dancing around the house, like I'm like a happy person just generally in life. And the other one, I don't know how proud I should be of this, but if you've ever seen Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates, chick with the short black hair.
Audrey something or other.
I don't know what her name is, but he says I'm funny like her. So
that's funny. All right, let me tell you what people in the chat said.
I'm scared.
We got Drew Barrymore, which
I've had people tell me I look like Drew Barrymore before.
Yeah. Julia Child, a young Julia Child. Katy Perry, Marilyn Monroe.
Wow.
Julia Roberts. I like that. Adele. Okay. Linda Ronstadt. That's definitely coming from Keith Bettag. Because not too many people know who Linda Ronstadt is in the chat. Rachel Ray. I can see that. Aubrey Hepburn. Aubrey Plaza. That's who it is. Dave and Mike Need Wedding Dates, or Mike and Dave. I love that movie, by the way. It's freaking hilarious.
That is one of the funniest movies on the planet ever.
Yep. All right. So Ann Wilson. I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is. I'm feeling pretty complimented though. Wow.
When we ask about the guys, we get some real troll answers, man. It's funny. So all right. Well, that's a good one. Okay. So you've been working on your channel for a long time. What? All right, hold on. Hobo said the chick from 8 Mile. What the hell was her name? Brittany Murphy.
Brittany Murphy. She was in something else. Didn't she die?
She was in Clueless. Yeah, she passed away. Clueless. Yeah. Scott Holmes said Henry Rollins. I mean, come on. That's just a troll answer right there. Come on.
I don't know who Henry Rollins is.
Scott Holmes. Rude.
Dude.
Not Wilson Phillips. Yeah, that's a band. All right. So you've been doing the channel for we talked about 7 years now. What's kept you doing it? What's kept you on the grind? What's driven you here?
I mean, like I said, more than anything, I do it because I genuinely like doing it. There was never a point that, like, when I started out, I was not aware that this was a job for people, which is awesome. I'd like it to be my job. I guess it is, since I don't have another job. But I love doing it. And the more that I do it, one of the things that I've realized about it is as my kids are getting older, they can look at the recipes. So like my son, he'll be like, hey, mom, he texts me because he's not here now. He's like off in college. But he texts me like, hey, how do you make your whatever? And I send him the video link. I'm like, there you go.
That's it right there. I've heard a lot of people say that they're doing this for their kids. And I have a son he's graduating this year. He's going to college next year. And I swear I plan on doing the same thing. And we were talking about it. And I'm like, dude, you can't live on ramen and Easy Mac. I know people like to try, but you need to. I've actually taken shopping. I try to show them the world. Suburban Barbecue or Scott Holmes, they know who Henry Rollins is. She knows who Henry Rollins is. We thought you were saying that who would play her in a movie. Okay, so there's the confusion. Okay. All right. Yeah, makes sense. I love that you send them video links because that's perfect right there.
Yeah,
and I plan on doing the same thing for sure.
It's awesome. He actually told me one time that the best thing that I ever taught him was how to make hollandaise sauce because it helps him get girls.
That's awesome for sure.
Yeah. Then don't take that wrong, Emma. See, he's engaged now. If you see, it doesn't help him get girls anymore.
Yeah.
Cool.
He got you, and that's all that matters.
All right.
All right. Cool. All right. Last question in this section here, and we'll go back to Kent. He has a handful of questions for you too. Really, what's the end result on this? What's your goals? Just keep getting bigger, make money, make it to the Food Network. What do you want to do out of this?
It's funny because my biggest goal was hitting 10,000 and I finally did that. And I know some people do it like in a year, but it took me forever. If I could have my huge dream, big wish about what could happen, it would be to keep my husband home where we were just together all the time, because I would rather him be home with me and working with me and just hanging out with me all day and not having to go to work and put in, the hours that he puts in to take care of us. So I guess that would be the dream result. But I mean, anything would be cool. Who doesn't want to be on Food Network? That'd be freaking awesome. Or any of it. Well, I'm excited to see where it goes. Let's put it like that.
Definitely. You got a couple of ahs in the chat for you saying you want to be with your husband all day, every day. Very sweet.
I do. It's true. I miss him when he goes to work. I know, a lot of women, their husband goes to work and they're like, thank God he's going to be out of the house for a little while. But I call and text my husband all day. And, we even FaceTime, not FaceTime, but hang out or duo or whatever. And I miss the crap out of him when he's not with me.
Christy said, oh, hell no, Lloyd got to go to work. If we ever win the lottery, we would be divorced. That's awesome. I actually work with my wife too. So we work in the same building, so I get to see her all day, every day. Another $5 Canadian super chat for shots, or Alicia does a backflip.
Who did that come from?
Who was that?
Russell at Raspberry Rock.
Russell at Raspberry Rock. So we owe a Canadian shot, so that's just half a shot. So
well, I was only asking because I thought for sure that was my family, because that's the only people who know that I actually could do a backflip. Not right now. It's not happening.
We gotta see it.
Yeah, no, not now. I'm old and frail, but I was a gymnast. I was a gymnast for many, 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 many years.
That's so sweet. Hey, and speaking of your sister, just put a $20 super chat in there. Very sweet of you, saying, love you, Tigger Boo.
Oh, I love you. You didn't have to do that.
That's so sweet. You really didn't have to do that. That's so sweet, though. Thank you. And Raspberry Rock wants you to do a double backflip now.
I wish there was a time in my life where I could do that. Is that crazy? I have it on video. My grandma has it on video. Oh, Grandma, happy birthday. CJ, I told you my grandmother was going to be tuning in. She's going to be 85 February 1st, everybody. So happy birthday to my grandma. Speaking of backflips.
Hobo said, my screen reads, love you, Tigger Boo. Take 4 shots, you softies. All right, Ken, you got yours up, right? All right. Alicia, join in if you want.
I'm gonna do a half.
Half. All right.
That's your Canadian shot.
Does that count for one of the Canadian ones? It's a half. I can't keep up, you guys. I'm not an alcoholic like y'all.
Whoa! That's profiling, lady. And profiling is wrong. I drink for medicinal purposes.
Purely medicinal.
That other son of a bitch you see in the screen.
Purely medicinal.
We need to get you the AA is for Quitters t-shirt.
Exactly.
I have one.
I have a shirt that says I beat anorexia.
Oh my goodness.
See.
That's funny crap.
Hey, Mona, how you doing? Mona's in the house. Welcome. I am the mayor of Alcoholville. That's Hobo. Hashtag definitely.
God damn it, Bill. Knock it off.
Yeah, Bill, stop super chatting. I mean, actually, you keep super chatting. I have one more shot poured. I don't know how much more we're gonna go, but I'm loving this. We're having a great time.
Y'all are nuts.
Oh, hey, if you hadn't suggested taking the shot before we got started, we would never be in this position.
You know what? The thing is, CJ. No,
The thing is, let me
I'm
tell
just
you
kidding.
something.
I just thought it was a good idea because it's a good idea because it's a good conversation starter. Like it gets everybody like relaxed and the conversation flowing and.
Oh yeah,
We
yeah.
should
We're all
have done
relaxed.
that an hour and 40 minutes ago before the camera was on.
Your sister said you look gorgeous. I'm assuming she's talking to you. I mean, I think I look good. Kent's a damn handsome man, but she's probably talking to you.
Well,
I love you too.
CJ, if you read the whole thing, it says, "You look gorgeous, sis."
Oh, damn. Did I leave a part out?
Yeah,
We
well,
I was kind of hoping she was talking to me.
throw her up there. You guys want to? I have a picture of my sister right here. Look, because I keep her here because she is one of my heroes. Look,
Bill would love to see that.
that's my sister and my daughter. Can you guys see
was
it?
she the one in your Facebook picture?
She looks like a very young Trisha Yearwood.
You know, she what?
She looks like a young Trisha Yearwood.
Yeah, I can see that.
Beautiful. I think she's so beautiful. And yes, my Facebook picture, it's so funny because it's her and I, you know, like doing the little selfie. And I'm like, I wonder how many people come onto Facebook and think I'm a lesbian because my profile is me in this shit.
Hey, in all honesty, I thought that. I mean, I was throwing it out there.
Did you really?
Yeah. Not that there's anything wrong with it or anything like that, but I really that's. But then I started watching and you said something about your husband. I'm like, all right, well, that changes things a little bit.
Yeah, I think that picture kind of probably promotes that, especially. And like all my stuff, we have pictures together, like plastered all over mine and her Facebook, because like we're, like I said, we're buddies. We hang out.
That's awesome for sure. J Max Amateur Kitchen keeps saying how much he likes it here, and this is a party channel. Yeah, I mean, we drink. I mean, I do every other video seems to be a drink video. I mean, we don't usually drink this much during the hot seat. I mean, we drink. I mean, I always have a whiskey. I always you see behind me. But tonight is special with Alicia suggesting we take shots all night long. You know, that's totally her fault.
I made it special. I made it special. You're welcome.
Yeah. It's not like Troy and Justin where we were on for 4 hours and just 4 hours of drinking just got us plastered. And Troy said something about me taking off work the next day. I did. Straight up called off. I was like, I'm going to work from home. I'm not functioning right now.
Yeah, that was
bullshit.
Yeah, that was a good time.
I didn't get that company memo, by the way.
Oh, you didn't think you'd take the day off?
You didn't get the take the day off memo?
No, CJ didn't send me that memo. Hashtag take the day off. You're going to be home.
See, I don't get to take the day off. It's back to that being a mom job because guess what? I don't get the day off. I get to get up. Like there is no day off tomorrow.
Well, we're both dads too, but we know the right use for duct tape.
You know what though? My little boy is so down with Mario Brothers. He will lay on the couch with me tomorrow and play like the Wii all day. So.
Oh yeah, hey, we get that completely. The iPads, the Wii. Like I'm looking up at our loft. It's Wii set up out there. Kids are on their Wii, their iPad, their DS, the Switch, whatever. That's why we force them to play sports. It's like you got to stop just for a little bit, please. What are you laughing at?
Hobos.
Oh, shit. I see it. Does Kent even qualify for benefits yet? Not yet. Sorry. It's kind of like a 1-year probation. I don't know.
Paychecks first, then.
Yeah, if he gets paychecks, you know, someday.
He has to quit getting fired.
Kent, but Kent, you did get something in the mail today.
No, I did get something in the mail. You're correct. But CJ had lost my address because he'd sent me, him and Melise were kind enough to get me this Chromebook because my iPad's a piece of crap for the Hangouts for Thursday nights. Okay. So the other day, CJ says, I need your address again, man. I said, oh, are you sending me my W-2 for working on the hot seat? He's like, no, not really. I haven't got paid, but I was expecting the W-2, so I'd have to file taxes on it.
I need to like write off the laptop, I think.
Yeah, you do.
I think I can do that. So, all right. Anyway, before we go back to Kent, we have a giveaway for Alicia's 10,000 subscribers. Click show more in the link below. For some reason, Jason, who's my usually the one who cuts and pastes all links in the chat, he is probably actually working right now. So click the link below and click on there to the giveaway. We need 1,000 people signed up for that thing. I'm going to sign up after this. And I want to win some spices for 5 years. I'm in. Julie said Andrew says hello. So right on. Post the tattoos. Nice. I'd help, but I'm wrecked. I appreciate it, Hobo. Son of a pizza man. How you doing, brother? Enzo's in the house. Julianne said giveaway cool. Yep. Hit show more below. The Amazon box said I did not win. Nice. All right, cool. Kent, I'm going to send it back to you. Ask away.
All right. The first one comes from Kris at Bottle Cap Barbecue. And he is in Arizona also. He wants to know, what is your favorite food TV show?
My favorite food TV show? I don't have cable. I only have Netflix and stuff like that. But I love Alton Brown. He is on Food Network. Good Eats. Good Eats is his show. I don't get to watch it a whole lot though because I don't have cable. And he does have, I know, like some on Vudu or whatever. But I used to watch him all the time. He is one of my favorite chefs for sure. So I love his show.
Alton Brown is he's the do-all, the scientist of cooking, really. I mean, I love him too. I really do.
He's awesome. I love the way he breaks it down, and I know like his recipes actually come out, and I feel like sometimes, see, this is what's going to make me never be on Food Network is this statement right here. I'm sorry. Not that I was ever headed that way anyway, but this is why they're never going to put me on. Because I feel like sometimes some of those shows, they don't give... I don't want to say what I'm going to say. Okay. So I feel like sometimes some of those shows either give wrong instruction and maybe it works for them. I don't know. I shouldn't say that. Or I feel like they don't give you all of the information so that yours doesn't come out quite right. And then you go back and watch the show again. Like, wow, mine didn't come out right. They're so much better of a cook than me. Maybe I should watch their show more type of thing. And I know I shouldn't say that. I'll probably get in trouble for some reason, but I love Alton Brown because I feel like he does not do that. And I've made several of his recipes and they always come out amazing. And everything that he says on his show, I'm like, yeah, that's true. I agree. Or I learned that. Or, oh, cool, I didn't know that. And, he's friggin' awesome. I love him. I love you all.
I think he does some of his best work. I love watching him on Iron Chef America because he'll look over and see what they're cooking, and and some of that's TV, but I think the guy is really a cooking encyclopedia.
No, he totally is. He's awesome. He's one of the chefs that I admire for sure. So I feel like when I watch his show, I learn, and I love him. He's awesome.
Okay, I have one question on that. Is he a formally trained chef?
I don't know, honestly, for sure. I would have to assume that he is. Somebody Google it and leave it in the thing because, he definitely knows what he's talking about. And I know everybody on Food Network isn't a chef. And, you don't have to go to culinary school to know what you're talking about in the kitchen. My grandmother, I would pit her up against any cook anytime because she's been cooking, she's turning 85. She's been cooking since she was 10. You know what I mean? Does she barbecue? I have never had barbecue at my grandmother's house, but my guess would be yes.
I could probably take grandma out, but that's probably the only spot.
I don't know, man. She is she's pretty awesome. Like,
Pretty mean, is she, huh?
she's pretty awesome. I hold Grandma up there. Grandma and Alton Brown are about, you know.
Oh.
She may not know the science behind why it works, but she's made it enough times that it works.
She knows what works.
She knows what works. She's been cooking, you know, longer than most of us have been alive. Like, she's been cooking 75 years.
Grandmas always do.
Grandma.
I had a grandma, God rest her soul. She was 103. Passed away 2 months ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no. 103? That's a hell of a run, darling. Let me tell you.
Still sad face.
Oh, no. No, nothing to be sad about with her life. She was 84 years old and bowled a 300 game. Bowled a perfect game.
That is amazing. That's like, my grandma's feisty too. She's not 85 and, you know, barely getting along. My grandma is like 85 and feisty and, you know, still takes care of herself and lives by herself, well, with her husband, but, you know, she's cooking and doing her thing still. So, and she's feisty.
Still going at it.
Still going at it. And
Nothing
she's got stuff to say. My grandma's feisty. I love her.
All right. Speaking of grandma and your heritage, Mel Simple Meals asked a question, not so much about your heritage or your ancestry specifically, but about favorite family dishes from your grandma, you know, and your folks, anything like that.
Yeah, for sure. My grandmother, when I think about my grandma's cooking, the first thing that comes to my mind is her lasagna, which is kind of an Americanized, I guess, version of lasagna. I just posted a lasagna recipe. I'm going to be very clear that that is not grandma's lasagna, but I posted that first so that when I post grandma's, I can refer people back when they're saying like, that's not how you make lasagna. I can say, well, this is traditional and this is my grandma's. This is my grandma's. And so she's country. My grandma's very country, and she makes like biscuits and gravy. And if you have biscuits and gravy at grandma's house, she also makes chocolate gravy. So, you know, you have like a couple of biscuits with sausage gravy, and then she makes this delicious, amazing kind of like chocolate pudding deliciousness gravy that you eat over biscuits after. And she makes pie. My grandmother, when we were little, we were so spoiled because we'd go to my grandmother's house and she'd be like, what kind of pie do you want? You know, what kind of pie do you guys want? And she's got a country accent. I'm doing a bad job at it, but she would make me. So I always loved cherry pie, and she would make me one. And then she'd make my brother an apple pie, and she would make my sister fluffy cake, which is an entirely different thing. But that was what my sister loved. She called it fluffy cake. But we were spoiled like that. Like grandma would make 3 desserts. Here's your stuff, y'all. Like, here are my spoiled grandchildren.
So you're telling me your grandmother made chocolate biscuits and gravy?
No. Well, yes, she made, so we would have sausage gravy, like your normal, you know, sausage gravy. And then after you ate your biscuits and gravy, you could have chocolate gravy if you ate all of it. And it was so good. I know it probably sounds weird if you've never had it before, but imagine like a thinned out chocolate pudding over top of like a super buttery biscuit. I mean,
no, I think having breakfast and then having dessert breakfast is like awesome.
It is.
My ears just like perked when you said that. I was like, what did she just say?
Yeah, I said dessert breakfast, and then dessert breakfast. That's how grandma does it. So, yes.
I want to meet grandma. Grandma, find my link. Send me your recipes, damn it. That is awesome.
It is. It's good stuff. Maybe I'll do a video. Maybe I'll share grandma's biscuits and gravy. The thing with grandma's recipes, though, this is like you can write them out and whatever, and she has like all these recipes that are written out. But if you did not go to grandma's house and learn how to make them from grandma, they are not the same as her written recipe, because when you're cooking with grandma, she's like, and this is what the recipe says, but this is what I do. So you have to be there to make like your little side notes to grandma's recipes, or they won't come out like grandma's.
Grandma may say a half teaspoon of this, but it might be a teaspoon.
Correct.
I had a grandfather the same way. He'd always say, "Can't go pour me 3 fingers of scotch." The reason why is Grandpa's 3 fingers would come up this high, and mine go up that high.
My grandfather used to ask for 2 fingers of scotch. Yeah, he'd be like this. He's like, "I need 2 fingers."
Yeah. Like, a rock and roll glass of scotch. That's what I need.
But my fingers were twice the size of my grandpa's, so he's always like 3 fingers of scotch. And then my grandma finally looked at him and says, "John, how come you never let me pour your scotch?" And he says, "Well, damn it, Harriet, Kent's fingers are bigger. That's why."
That is a good reason. That's fair, I think.
Grandpa liked his scotch. That's all I can say. So, all right, you ready for a couple more tough questions before I give you back to CJ with the easy ones?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right. Just 8 wants to know, Alicia, do you have a cookbook? And if not, would you like to publish one in the future?
I do not have a cookbook, and I would definitely like to have one. And I have actually thought about doing like an ebook type of thing for people who come to my website or something like that. Yeah. Or maybe even doing like, something to with my grandma's recipes or family recipes. And my family has talked about a couple times putting together a cookbook with all of our family recipes, but the ones that my grandma taught me are, super special to me. So I think it'd be really cool to do one with her stuff, and then like the stuff that I do for my kids. And yeah, I would love to have a cookbook. It'd be cool.
I think sharing family recipes and stuff like that, I mean, that's just where I come from up here, up in the Midwest. There's a lot of casseroles, a lot of goulashes, stuff like that. What I grew up on. But like you were referring to your grandma, my grandma always made croissants, cream puffs, stuff like that. Oh, yeah. Now you know why I'm damn near 300 pounds.
I would love a fresh made croissant.
Yeah. And, I can remember at one time Grandma always used to take paper towels, put them in the metal coffee cans back in the day, fill them with chocolate chip cookies.
Oh.
And one of the gals at work, an older gal, I gave her one. She goes, "Yep, I know these are your grandma's cookies because they're made with real butter and not margarine." Nice. And there is a difference with that. You can't always substitute, especially baking. And, everybody says baking's so precise. You have to measure exactly everything. Grandma never measured crap. And it always came out the same.
You know what?
School recipes, sometimes those are the best ones.
I love it. I love that. My grandma says, I actually have this recipe that's been passed down through my family, I think 4 or 5 generations. And it's for a dinner roll. But the recipes are like, so it's like, and then throw in a scant of salt, and then add water until the dough thins, and then add flour until the dough thickens, and then add, there is not a measurement, and people have my family's kind of tried to say, okay, it took 2 cups to do this, or it took whatever to do this. But the actual recipe, when you read it, it's like, and then put in, I love the word scant. It's a scant of salt is how the recipe reads. I don't know what that is, but I do it like that much. That's how Grandma does it.
It's a pinch, maybe 2.
A pinch or 2. I do it how Grandma does it because she taught me to make the rolls. So I know, but it's crazy because you get these, they didn't used to measure. And, I always hear the same thing that you said, that baking is like so precise and you have to be perfect. And, this is what I say about baking. Yes, it has to be precise and perfect if you want to get the same results, exactly every single time. But I mean, I put stuff together that isn't what I would call exactly measured. Like if you put butter, flour, sugar, and eggs together, it's going to bake into something, like it doesn't have to be perfect. I don't always sift. You know, I hate sifting flour. I don't sift my flour.
Yeah, sifting flour. That's just. Yeah.
It takes it. I
hate
don't
it.
know why.
Hate it.
I have a sifter, but I probably should sift my flour, but I'm not a sifter. What are you gonna do?
I can remember back in the day when sifting flour is you put the flour in the canister and it had that little squeeze lever and you had to, and then remeasure it. It's like, give me a break.
I have never seen a canister with a squeeze lever.
No, it's the way you used to sift flour. Well,
oh no, I have that kind of sifter. That old school where it's like in it. Yeah. Shut up.
I'm quite a bit older than you.
Hey, Sweet Cheeks. Hey, hurry up with the questions, dude. It's cooking with CJ, not Kent takes over the hot seat. I let you do one hot seat last week, and this is what happens.
Hey, I'm just reading what the viewers put down, dude. Don't hate me.
Hey, we gotta take one more shot.
Well, you can take your shot when I'm done with my question.
Well,
I got one anyway.
all right, cool.
All right, Alicia, the last question I have for you.
All right, you got a question.
No, Raspberry Rock. I did not ignore your super chat. Shut up. Pit Life Barbecue says that Mrs. Pit Life Barbecue loves your chair behind you and your cover we talked about earlier, and wants to know where you got it. Your fuzzy white chair.
This is not like it's just like it's like a little, it's a covery piece. So I got it at Ross. They have all kinds of little furry pieces. I got this one for my chair, and then I have two on my chairs. My living room chair is over there, and I have my couch over there has like a big giant fur blanket thrown over it. So it looks like I have all fur furniture. It's kind of obnoxious, but awesome at the same time. So I love it too. They do sell covers though. Before I went and did this, I went on to Amazon and I was like Googling fur furniture covers, and they do exist, but they're pretty expensive. So I ended up, I was at Ross looking for whatever I was looking for, and you never buy what you go for there, but I ended up getting this and I love it. It's cute.
Okay. Well, there you go, Pet Life. You have your answer. One thing I want to ask you about, when you were doing your introduction, your intro video on Facebook and everything for this, your cat mauled you.
My cat Mushu.
What breed was that cat? Siamese or Persian or what?
Mushu is Siamese.
Siamese? Chocolate point, huh?
Yeah, he's I think he's a chocolate point, and they call him an applehead because Siamese usually have this real triangle-y kind of face, and some of them have these big giant heads. So he's called an applehead because he has this big giant head, and he's old. I've had him since 2002, because I was in culinary school when I got him. So he's like 17.
Whoa, that's old for a Siamese.
Yeah, he's old and he's spoiled, and he's still very frisky too. He actually, the other day, he was so funny because my son had left one of his Hot Wheel cars out, and he was pushing a Hot Wheel car around the house, and he kept like chasing after it, and he was pushing it, which if you're a cat person, I mean, it was like the most adorable thing in the world.
I had a Siamese that was half seal point, half chocolate.
Oh, those are so pretty. Seal points are pretty.
Right down the middle of the face. So we called her Padiddle.
Padiddle.
Yep.
Clever. Cute.
All right. I see
did
the
you guys
boss.
tell me to pour a shot, or did I just pour one?
Well, no, Raspberry Rock says you owe him a Canadian shot, which is normally, according to him, twice what American is, not half.
Twice.
We're going
to be double the shots, but I was thinking it was just maple syrup that they were taking shots from. I'm also getting a lot of comments in the chat that you look awfully sober, Alicia.
That's because I hold it down.
She ain't no rookie over here.
That's right. I'm in the restaurant industry, you guys. You know what happens? What was I just going to say? What did you just say?
I forget. You're no rookie at drinking?
No. I don't know.
You're sober.
It must not have been important.
Someone's nothing I say is important for sure.
Amen.
Hey.
Well, they are. You guys, I
thought
think,
it was
have done
good.
2 more shots than me because I think you have.
Yeah, we've been doing more shots than you.
Yeah, I think you've had.
Alicia has bigger balls than us too. Thanks, Hobo.
No,
All right,
no,
one more for Canada.
Wait, what?
One more for Canada. Thanks for the Canadian dollars.
Thanks, Rob.
Cheers.
You guys, my husband's calling. Hang on a second. Is that
No, take your time.
I know. Hang on. Hi, baby. Everybody's in on our phone call. I'm like, yeah, we're live on the internet having a phone call.
Put him on speaker.
Put him on speaker. Do you want to say hi to everybody? Now you pretty much have to. Here, hang on. All right, it's my hubby. Say hi.
Hello, bro.
Hey, Xavier, how you doing, brother? You got it right.
We're awesome. We're having fun.
You tell him he needs to hurry up and get home so he can jump on this thing.
Yeah, they all want to meet you, and people have been paying at the super chat for us to do shots. So we've been sitting here doing shots. Look at my bottle.
Someone said that was water. I'm not trying to start controversy, but
oh, what am I, 12? No, it's not water. Maybe I'll get a match. Let's get a match.
Hobo said if Xavier gets home in time, he needs to do a shot with us on air.
If Xavier, they would like you to do a shot on air. Yeah, no, we don't water down our drinks here. Okay, well that's cool. Everything's good. I'll see you in 10 minutes.
We'll still be on. We're going on hour 2 now, so we just finished hour 2. We're going to hour 3. Just keep it going.
All right, I'm in love with you. I'll see you in a minute.
I love you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That is so damn sweet.
I know. We are sweet, aren't we?
That's so damn sweet. It reminds me of Canadian maple syrup.
10-minute clock has started. Thanks, Hobo.
You know what? They party in Canada. I don't know if you've ever been there, but those are some of the most partying people I have ever been around as Canadians. Like,
Hobo said that he's in love with Xavier too.
We have some friends. We have some friends that are Canadian. One of the mods, Scotty from In for the Grill.
Yeah, he enjoys his libations for sure.
Paulie's Q, friend of both of ours. And Booger's originally from Canada. And Booger got one of the 8 of these also, just like I did.
Pyramid. Are you shooting that?
I gotta click to you.
Jim Littler from Canada, Manitoba, sent me 8 cans of this.
Nice.
Pure maple syrup.
Dude, I love good maple syrup. My mom sends me, she goes to this like maple syrup festival and sends it to me sometimes. And it's freaking good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's damn good.
It is, and it's, have you ever watched like maple syrup production, how they make it? It's crazy. Like, I mean, it's not crazy. They tap the trees and they boil it, but it takes a ton of the syrup to like make a little bottle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
and then you understand why it's so expensive, because you're like, what? It took 25 gallons to make that shot of maple syrup.
John from Pit Life Barbecue said he got arrested in Canada once. So there's that.
It's hard to get it. No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
Booger has probably been arrested in Canada before, I'm sure.
I've never been arrested in Canada.
Just in Canada, but U.S.?
No, not in the U.S. Almost in Japan, but it was not my fault.
Okay.
I've never been arrested.
Leave that out there, just hanging. All right, can we get back to the real questions and get out of maple syrup in Canada?
Wait, you guys, we have to take a pause because it's not water, and I have been drinking, and I have to go to the ladies' room.
Go ahead.
Hey, questions from the chat at this time, please. I'll write them down while our guest takes a break.
Take 5 or whatever it takes.
Or take a leak, whatever.
Tell the fucking Japan story for fuck's sake.
You gotta love Hobo.
Oh, dude, Kris, you're killing it tonight, brother. For someone who I thought you said you were going to be chill tonight and probably not drink because you're excited about something that's happening tomorrow, you seem to be a little more excited both tonight and having more fun. So we always love it when Hobo's having fun.
Christ, this is a tough night. I've killed a fifth of Crown already.
Dude, seriously, look, I'm almost out. I might actually have to back into this stuff over here. Josh and Babe said they're going to break for air fryer taquitos. Right on.
Tell Josh.
Be a man about a horse. Yes, Julia, I'm having a blast. I really was. Today was. It was a longer kind of day where I wasn't exactly pumped up to do the hot seat. Not necessarily to talk to Alicia or Kent or whatever, but some days it's a little harder than normal to get going because of my real life of working and stuff. But truthfully, once that we took that first shot, had a little bit of Crown and had a good time. Now we're just rolling, and we're going past 2 minutes. We're going past 2 hours, and it's awesome. I think we got another hour in us. Especially if Xavier comes back.
Hey.
What?
CJ says, or Hobo says, CJ, since she is peeing, you guys need to take a shot.
I need more super chats for more shots. I'm just saying.
I don't.
Well, because you're an alcoholic. Well, no, you're a drunk. Alcoholics go to meetings.
No, I can't get super chats yet.
Mm.
Get it right.
Everybody subscribe to Kent so we can get monetized, please. Better? You good?
No, that's not what that was about. But
all right.
Okay.
All right. Can we talk about cooking, Alicia?
Can we talk about what?
Can we talk about cooking?
Sure.
That's Canadian.
That's what I came here for.
CJ, I just saw a question pop up in the chat.
What's that?
That Julie wants to know, Alicia, what is your favorite booze to cook with?
My favorite booze to cook with, it depends on what we're cooking. Like I cook with wine all of the time. See, now I want to do the cheesy Julia Child quote, and sometimes I put it in the food. No, I do cook with wine all the time. I like to cook with tequila. It definitely adds a lot of flavor. Beer. I got into, I was like on this pizza crust kick for a long time because there is this pizza place called Casano's. If any of you out there know how to make Casano's pizza dough or sauce, I would really super like to know, because it has this like funky kind of taste to it. And I was like trying to copy the taste, and I was taking non-alcoholic beer because you can't use regular alcohol beer and pizza crust because you'll kill your yeast, right? So I was using like non-alcoholic beer and doing everything I could to get the Casano's pizza flavor, and I didn't do it. I'm fail face. I couldn't do it, guys. But
fail face. I love it.
Failure face. But if anybody out there knows, I don't know if it has that funky taste because it actually is a little bit funky and maybe like fermented and not quite clean, but it's daggone tasty, I'll tell you that.
All right. Someone. Okay, so what you like to cook with wine or tequila or whatever? What is your favorite drink? Money no object. You talked about Opus, but or Camus or whatever it was. What's your favorite go-to drink when you're out with the hubby?
When I'm out with, we drink wine. We're both wine drinkers. If money was not an option, it would definitely be whatever the most expensive wine was on the list, probably. But Cristal, I love champagne, and I've only had Cristal a couple of times in my life. But have you ever seen the movie 4 Rooms? Do you know what I'm talking about? It's Quentin Tarantino. And he's like, and once you've had Cristal, I kind of feel the same way as he did. Like, once you've had Cristal, just everything else sucks. It just sucks. That's all there is to it. But yeah, unfortunately, that's only come into my life a couple of times. But if money was no object, I would be like bathing in Cristal.
That's awesome. All right, cool. Hobo asked the question, since we're talking about Canada, whiskey, maple syrup, what do you think about poutine?
Poutine, that's like the gravy, right? That you put on
the French fries, gravy, meat.
Yeah, I've honestly never had it. I've seen people make it in a couple of videos, and I keep like thinking to myself, "Oh my god, that looks so good! I'm gonna try it." So I have high hopes for poutine, but I honestly can't say I've ever had it.
Poutine is absolutely the best thing. It's gravy and French fries and cheese, and I wish I had a plate of it right now. We did a collaboration last year where it was 6 Canadian YouTubers and 6 US YouTubers, and we all made variations of poutine. And I did one with chili verde because I'm in Southern California, so that's how I roll. But it was phenomenal. I love poutine. Anytime, every time I can get it, it's just the best. It's a great drinking food for sure.
I want to try it. I love gravy in general. Like,
who doesn't love gravy?
Dude, seriously, biscuits and gravy, chicken fried steak with all the gravy. I like pour a little gravy on it, add some bacon.
We need to find a way to incorporate gravy into a shot.
I think that's doable. I don't even think that's hard.
Julie asked where in Southern California. She said you're just a little bit near San Diego. I'm north of you guys off the 15 in Rancho Cucamonga. So
I know right where you are. I keep telling her if I move to California, I'm moving to Rancho Cucamonga. We're gonna be
just because of the name.
No, because I Google. So you can go on this real estate site and you put in it asks you all these questions. Goodness sakes, I can't talk. It asks you all these questions like, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about this school? How do you feel about, all these different tax laws and all this crap and whatever. And then it tells you your ideal place in the United States to live. And mine came out Rancho Cucamonga, California.
Hey, it is seriously. It is. Okay. Every time you move to the right, there's reverb. So it is your fault. Yes.
It's me?
Every time you swivel your chair, there's reverb.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Louise from the Salted Peppers in the house. Another great channel, guys. Make sure you supporting her. She's a good person, great person. Someday we'll get her on the hot seat. Or she's actually taking the reins and wants me to go on her channel because she wants to show me how to interview, how it's done. So Louise is going to do some good things for sure.
Well, CJ, I might have to join you on that because she's probably critiquing me more than you. So, just saying.
It's all me. Let's see here. Traffic on the 15 is not fun sometimes. You're correct. Robert at Soul Food Cooking, he lives in Eastvale, which is a little bit south from me. And right along the 15 freeway, they're putting in express lane, the toll lanes. And it has really just messed up the whole thing, even worse than it was. It's so crazy. You can use some lessons. It's true, Hobo. You didn't teach me well enough when I took over the salted pepper. Or when I took over the hot seat, not salted pepper. Sorry. All right, we're a few shots in.
CJ, I think we should, next time I come to Southern California, we should do something. If it's okay with Mrs. CJ, of course. I'm inviting myself over. I'm like, how about I come over? We film.
You get along well with her. And Josh and Babe, they come over. We're going over to their house. We're good friends with them. You three women would go nuts just drinking like crazy for sure.
You know what? I don't even know Josh and Babe, but I recently saw them on Instagram. And then I saw 1 or 2 of their videos. And I love them. Like, they're one of those. They're awesome. Their editing is so good. Whichever one of you does the editing, are they on right now? I love it. And they're like so cute too.
Yeah.
And food look good, which, is important, but more important than the food. The video was entertaining. Like you wanted to stay and watch it. It wasn't like.
I'm telling you, I saw them on a Vegas video, like a blog they did, and that's how I reached out to them. And I just watched them do their thing in Vegas, and I'm like, that is me and Mrs. CJ to a T. So we love just hanging out with them. They're great people, and that's what I love about this YouTube community we were talking about. We've come up with some really lifelong friends here. Like Kent has become like a good buddy. I talk to him every day. Josh and Babe, we go over there all the time. They come over here.
Love it.
It has really been. I hope that you stick around in this group of people, Alicia. You're gonna have a great time with the people.
Totally, I would love to. My family's home. My alarm. Did you hear my alarm go off? Yeah.
All right, we're taking a family break, guys.
Look, this is my little girl.
Hi.
This is Tia.
Hi,
And this
Tia.
is, can you see my little man? Here's my little man.
What's up, buddy?
Little X.
Little X.
Hi, buddy.
Hi.
How are you?
What did you guys do tonight?
We went to movie theater.
What movie did you see?
Bumblebee.
Was it good?
Bumblebee.
Yeah, it was.
Did you see this?
Well, that's fun. Who's the new kid that just came in?
This is Alicia. This is little Leashy.
Oh, hi, sweetie. You got a cute little family there for sure.
I know. Aren't they wonderful?
Ouch.
Are you trying to pull your sock off? Look, he's dude, you got to pull it by the heel, man.
Hey, Bruce, Food for Men. What's going on, guys?
All right, guys, jump down.
Come on, bud.
Love you.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
You guys can put a show. You can put a show on in Mommy's room if you want to. This is Mr. Best Bites Forever.
Hello, sir.
Oh,
You have to. You can't fit, but you can.
Duck down.
knock down, big guy.
Chair.
How you doing?
How's it going, brother? Good to see you.
You?
All right, cool. How was the movie?
That's good. I mean, it was what you'd expect. Kids loved it, so that was good.
We need to pull her Xavier a shot. Well, let me.
No.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He's already, no, you have to.
You have to. Sorry.
Wait. First of all, I'm gonna hand this to him, and let him do a shot, and then I'm gonna.
No, tiny.
Here, baby.
How come, Alicia, how come you poured his shot bigger than you've been pouring yours?
Oh no! One of mine was like almost. It was like.
No. We have video evidence. You can't lie to your husband.
Replay.
He's a bigger boy. He needs a bigger shot, and he's Puerto Rican, so rum's like holy to him.
Pretty much.
He said pretty much. Been drinking rum since been drinking rum.
All right, kids.
Good shot.
All right, give it up to Xavier. Welcome, brother.
Schmuck
you.
left.
Woo!
I'm doing good, baby, because somebody put in the comments that they thought it was water.
All right, can we,
Kind of like water. That's actually pretty smooth.
It is smooth. It's definitely.
Am I allowed to say the name?
Yeah, I already showed the bottle. Everybody should try this kind
yeah,
of.
we're
best
not
bang for the
sponsored.
buck.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's the best bang for the
I won't
buck
do an
now.
advertisement on your show. Sponsored by.
Hey,
Not
we
at
get
all.
we get sponsored by booze. I'm all for it.
Right?
Yeah.
They have more money than anyone.
I would take a booze sponsorship. Kane Rum, are you guys listening? I love you.
I think
I
that's
hope
why.
they're watching. Jeez.
They are from Trinidad.
That's,
I hope they're watching
smooth,
too.
delicious.
I know, and we always got Bacardi before, and I've already had this whole conversation with you, CJ. But
Yeah.
people at home, the Ibotta app is where it's at.
Yeah, you gotta get the Ibotta app for your cheap booze.
I'm
true.
not kidding. We were getting like $5 off a bottle on that. It's not little stupid rebates. It's like helps promote your alcoholism rebates. Yeah.
Someone said, Hobo said, Schlitz malt liquor. Give him a call. Alicia's husband doesn't know what a shot is, so a $5 Canadian shot. Josh and Babe, I saw your $5 donation to build a wall and take a shot. We'll pour another shot and we'll get going.
$5 donations to do shots onto CJ's channel. You see how much has gone out of this bottle. Can you believe I'm sitting?
I'm about ready to start
Sitting.
doing
Same.
He doesn't care. He's like, yeah, baby, drink some more.
Oh yeah. No, I told
the edge.
I told Mrs. CJ, she walked by there, she took the kids upstairs. I'm like, I'm really not drinking that much. And then all of a sudden I'm like, I'm really drinking that much. She's like, I don't care. You're home. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Xavier doesn't care. He encourages it. He's like, yes, please, baby, have another drink. There's the fine line between my wife is very happy and at this point and passed out. So
Yes.
Right. The
Flipping that switch from "Hi, honey, how you doing?" to there's that fine line when you flip that switch. I'm telling you.
yeah, it's a far off switch though. Like I'm pretty cool right now, long as I don't have to like get up and walk or anything.
Well, we asked you to do a backflip. We're still waiting for that.
It's not gonna happen. It's been a many years since I've done a backflip.
The last backflip I saw was in 2001. That was it. And then so what it was, the handspring where you down the hall?
Dude.
But that was it.
We were staying at this hotel and I don't even know what led up to the situation, but he wanted me to like
rum.
He wanted to see me because obviously he liked to see me do gymnastics when we first got together because I could. And I went out into this stupid hotel hallway and I did like, you know, a bunch of back handsprings down the hallway and I did a backflip. And when I did it, I kicked the stupid beam that was like the wooden beam on the hotel thing. And I like broke the top of my foot. So it was great.
It was worth it.
It was worth it.
For me.
That was before Snapchat, though, right?
Oh, it was so painful and stupid. I was so stupid.
Why did you have this fine gentleman take the kids to the movie when he's putting in comments like this all night that could have been made the show that much better? Like, worth it.
Well, he's here now. I wanted to have a grand finale of some sort, you know.
Well, there you go.
Start with the boring stuff, me alone, you know, and then move on to the show.
Well, you nailed it.
I'm telling you, Xavier, she barely likes you, dude. It was tough getting her to talk about you at all. And,
yeah, that sounds about right.
Just horrible things she said about you. It's just, I wouldn't even watch the replay. She clearly does not like you at all. So
shit, we didn't know your name until 2 minutes ago when you walked in the door.
He's like the old ball and chain, you know.
What the heck?
Are you Decepticon?
I don't know. There's something crazy going on with your audio, Kent, and you sound like you're a Decepticon. Are you a robot?
Oh, there's the line. We found it.
Yeah, your audio is.
Kid, you're having a little trouble with your audio, brother.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Shake it off. Shake it off. You're good.
Yeah, no, you did. On this end, you did sound like a robot.
Oh, that was funny, guys.
And it was even better because I just got done watching Bumblebee, so.
No, it was like came over all robotic and crazy. It was crazy.
Oh, I love it. All right.
Hobo said for once, it's not Kent. You're just drunk.
Xavier's perfectly sober.
Xavier's so sober. He just got home.
I think Julie said that Xavier needs a shot again.
He just had Julie. It's Pooh. It's Pooh Bear.
Oh, what's she?
She's awesome and
piss off, really piss off.
All right, get it ready.
All right.
This is for him, not me. I don't know that I should do another. I am not barfing on the internet.
This is me
We'll cut you off before that happens. Don't worry.
Yeah, it is not going to be a replay music video of me throwing up.
Never know.
That would be awesome. Then my channel might blow up.
This is called a French car bomb.
What are you? Oh,
we're taking another one. I just had one happen to be right here. Cheers, brother.
Cheers. See that? CJ's with you. Mazel. They're actually ahead of me, and you see what's going on in this bottle, and they're a couple of shots because the people are good to me, and they were like, "We'll let Alicia out of this one, but CJ and Kent have to do a shot." So
no barfing on the hot seat. Yep.
No barfing.
No, it's a slow-mo barfing on the hot seat.
If I do barf, please don't put it in slow-mo. I was going to say, please put it in slow-mo, but let's not do that.
Dan, one of my moderators from SmokeyGoodness said, hello, employers. Everyone is calling in sick tomorrow. Yeah, probably true. Yeah, T-Roy, I'm almost done with this bottle. We gotta open another bottle of Crown. I think there's one up there. Anyway,
Crown?
Yeah, I only drink Crown.
Yeah, that's my pop's drink of choice.
I don't want to say I only drink Crown. I drink kind of everything. I mean,
yeah.
you can see what's beside me over here.
Yeah. If you go to my father's house right now, I guarantee you there's half a bottle of Crown sitting there on the kitchen counter.
There's a shot of Crown.
And a shot glass right next to it.
There's definitely a shot of Crown waiting for you.
That's the nightly go-to. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Very cool. All right. I feel like I still have a massive questions here, and we're on 2.5 hours.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm gonna kind of cherry pick through some of the stuff here.
Good, CJ, because you're getting all the what are the super chat comments? It's good.
Well, the super chats have stopped because we stopped taking shots.
If somebody puts up a good super chat, I'll do one.
So the next super chat, Alicia's gonna do one. All right, I'm supposed to ask. Okay, Hobo asked. So if Hobo asked, I'll do it. Who would be on your personal Mount Rushmore?
My personal, like if I was going to build
4 people that you love and admire.
Trump, baby. I just said that.
You. Nobody's interviewing you.
Like I'd like 4 Xaviers on there, please. Thank you.
Yes. No. Definitely my husband, my sister, my grandmother, and my mama.
All right.
My mom.
That was a quick, decisive answer, and I love it.
It was easy.
Very cool.
4 people I admire easily, for sure.
Right on. All right, so Bill just put a $5 one in there. Just do it. All right, you're up. Oh, and son of a pizza man just put $5. All right, guys, get the shots up.
Wait, I don't have it poured. I don't have it poured. You guys.
All right, get it poured.
Sorry, I wasn't prepared. I was just talking smack.
Josh and Babe need to stop with the political, please. Just because Xavier likes Trump doesn't mean you guys need to get a heart on, okay?
Oh, I just figured that everybody else would get all pissy about it, so that's why I said it.
Did you hear him?
No, we got some true fans in the chat, Xavier.
He said, "Merca." He's trying to get that chat going for you.
Merca. Shit. Oh, Troy just said, just drink it out of the bottle.
Just drink it out of the bottle.
All right, guys, give it up. Thanks for super chats. Ken, you ready?
Dad, look.
All right, make it happen.
If I throw up in the hot seat, I'm mad at all of you.
I will mute your phone.
Dad.
You want me to work?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Woo! That one didn't feel as smooth as the first one. I don't know why. It got stronger, guys.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so
I'm gonna need a chaser. See that?
Babe said they're horny for Trump. Guys, stop it. We are not a political channel.
Everyone is. Who isn't?
All right.
That's funny though.
Yeah. I feel like if I ask you any questions that require thinking, it might go the wrong way.
No, well, maybe, but I'm cool. We're cool.
All right. That's what they always say. You know that, right?
We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Okay. All right. Christy's cooking channel. She has a lifetime question. We ask it every time. Okay. What is the best and worst thing you've ever made, whether overall? Xavier chime in if you get something to do.
Should we let him answer it? What's the worst thing I've ever made, baby? The best thing? Can you name something?
The best thing?
The best thing.
There's a lot. I don't know.
You gotta come on, man. Pressure.
I don't know. I guess it'd probably be for me.
Xavier, you're on the hot seat, dude.
You gotta come up with it.
I guess bacalao is it's a Puerto Rican dish. It's in a lot of Latin countries. There's different versions of it, but it's salted cod with root vegetables from wherever indigenous place they happen to be, whether it be Portugal, South America, Puerto Rico, and they're boiled with there's fatback, small dice, cut up, fried with it, red onions, olive oil, garlic, of course, and hard-boiled eggs. But it's a staple. And when she made it for me, my mom was the only one that really made it amazing. And when she made it for me, I almost lost my crap. So yeah.
Oh.
And all his
love like losing your crap.
So his family is very old school Puerto Rican, right? So the first thing his mother, like, we got together and we got married, and his mom bought me a Puerto Rican cookbook. That was first out of the gate. Like, I met her and she's like, here's a Puerto Rican cookbook. You need to be able to cook for my son. Like, that's it. And
That's
his
awesome.
yeah, and then he has an aunt, his Tia Lucy. Tia is his Aunt Lucy, who has come here a few times, and we went to her house in Puerto Rico too. But she was actually a professional cook in Puerto Rico for like 30 years. And she's the one who has taught me how to cook a lot of the Puerto Rican food that I cook. So yeah, it's like his family makes, like his mom, just like mama make. I normally tell him it's just like mama never made for you, because it's stuff she doesn't cook, or, you know, I always like kind of do little twists on stuff. But
she does like super, super old school, authentic from scratch. And it's funny because I'll look at her channel and I'll see the comments from a lot of people, especially Puerto Ricans throughout America. And they're like, that's not how we do it. We use sazon,
oh my god,
you know, or like MSG, like, you know, like, just it's a generational gap.
I'm glad he's saying that and not me, because
no, it's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. But even my mother will say that, you know, there's certain things that, you know, that she does that's not old school.
No, look, when I first started this channel, right? So I put up whatever, I can't even remember, Rihanna de Papa. So I put up this, it's like basically mashed potatoes, and you like put ground beef and you stuff it inside of mashed potatoes and you make a ball and then you deep fry it. If you haven't seen that video of mine, you guys make it because it's really good. But so I made it and I put it up, and then there's like this comment under it that was like, that's not how Puerto Ricans do it. Like, we don't do it like that. You have to do whatever, and that's not even authentic. And like, where do you come off? And I'm like, okay, dang, I learned to make that from his mom. And then I sent his dad the comment, and I'm like, what should I say back to this? It was in Spanish, so I had to have him translate it, because I'm like trying to be fluent, but I'm not. So I had to have him translate it, and he was like mad. He was like up in arms. He's like, who's talking bad about my wife's cooking? Like, can I respond to this? How do I contact this person? I'm like, no, you don't contact this person. It's like a comment on YouTube. But he was mad. He's like, because they called her unauthentic Puerto Rican, and like, they're born on the island Puerto Ricans. So it was like he was mad.
But they're definitely passionate and have a lot to say about the island is 110 miles wide, and you would be surprised the comments from one town versus the one right next to it about, that's not how we do it. This is how we do it, blah, 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 back and forth. It's quite comical.
Yeah. And I'm just always like, okay, that's how we do it.
All right, cool. All right. 3 channels you watch. 1 small, 1 big, and 1 you think should be bigger.
3 channels that I watch. They have to be cooking or just any?
Any channels is fine.
Any channels. Okay. 3 channels that I watch. I watch Mel's Simple Meals. I love her. I think Mel is like, she seems to me like one of those people who, when she walks into the room, like, it lights up, because she is like, again, to me, super genuine and honest, and I super enjoy. And I even bought a cookbook based on her recommendation, and I've been reading it, and like, I love it. I love her. A big channel that I watch, one of the big cooking channels I like, but I don't regularly watch any huge channels. I watch more, you know, the people that I comment with and comment and talk back and forth with. But the big one is You Suck at Cooking. Okay. So
I love that guy. That's funny as hell.
Yeah, because they're funny. Like, I like that there's humor in it. And one that I think should be bigger would be Spain on a Fork.
Oh yeah.
Definitely Spain on a Fork. I think not only should he be bigger, but he is going to be bigger. I think his channel is awesome, and he's just really like honed in on what he's good at. You know what I mean? And just
all right, buddy, you gotta go over there.
Yeah, he will be big. That's my prediction, everybody, for YouTube. Spain on a Fork is gonna take off. I love him. I think his channel is great.
Do you want me to play with you?
Did I do all 3?
Sure.
You don't know?
I was. I want to say I was paying attention very astutely,
You weren't
but
paying attention to the questions answered.
I was actually answering questions in the chat.
Alicia, you did fine, even though the host isn't paying attention. Yes, you answered.
I know. The
I
host
say, hey, listen. I say all of this is Alicia's fault anyway. So that's
why?
it.
Because you look like a little Chinaman because your eyes are squinty-eyed and you're ready to go to bed? No,
I'm
man.
not ready to go to bed. I'm ready to party. That's what I'm
Man
ready.
up, boy. It's time to go on. We got other stuff to do after this. Let's get to it.
All right, cool. If you could cook with anybody in history, who would it be?
Shut up. What?
Fun. Why, that's my Chinese neighbor's middle name.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
time out.
No, there's no timeouts
There is
in
a
live
timeout.
TV.
Oh my
No.
goodness. You guys, my eyes are watering. So when I look like a freaking raccoon, it's your fault.
How's it our fault? Your husband's the one that's jumping in there.
That's true. He's
It was
very.
Ken. Ken prompted me. He
Ken
prodded me.
Ken prompted him.
Prodded.
Prodded
Damn
him.
it, kid.
You're welcome, man.
Xavier's funny. That's why
Hey,
we're.
Booger, if you can get Albert on, reach out. Help your brother out, okay?
What is the time change? Do you think
What do you mean the time change?
he's in Spain, man?
I would do if I interview anybody in Europe or Spain or whatever, I would change it to like a Saturday where it's morning for us and then
I thought you
evening
meant
for
get
them.
him on right now. I was like, yay!
I don't think we can get them on right now.
Awesome.
For once, it's not Hobo's fault. True.
Yeah, I like Albert. We have done a couple of collaborations together because he does the Spanish stuff and I do a lot of Puerto Rican, so it's kind of like a good match for us. And he is like the nicest guy too.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm subscribed to his channel. I watch his stuff, but I tend not to reach out to too many people in Europe and Spain just because it's the time change. But I'm talking to Jamie Tracy. He has a show and he's in Brussels right now. So I'm trying to work out the logistics. But I will do a weekend and hot seats for people that are across the pond, sure.
Did you tell him you like the sprouts?
Well, you know what? If we keep going, Lassie will be in here pretty soon too. I don't know who Lassie is, but
I love his channel too.
Lassie has actually been to my house. We did a hot tea with him here.
Really?
He was in Southern California, and Marion brought him up, and we did a hot tea in my house.
Nice. Nice. Next time I'm in,
nicest guy ever.
I'm calling you. I don't have your number, but
I'll send you my number so me and Xavier can hang out. It's all good.
Yeah, no, not like us.
No, I think it's more like Mrs. CJ and Elise.
Yes, definitely.
Spit it out, kid.
Mrs. CJ, is not even.
Right.
I don't hit on other people's husbands. That's not my bag. I have my
Xavier
own.
hits on other people.
She beats me plenty.
I do. I beat him plenty, and I have all the man I can handle right here.
See, I told you she hates you, bro. I mean, she never talks about you at all.
You doing, baby?
I do beat on him. Though. You want to hear a funny story? It's not maybe funny to you guys, but the other day we were having some wine, and I don't know what he said, but like he was just being stupid. And I was like, whatever, you jerk. And I was cooking whatever I was cooking, and I had a spatula in my hand, and I hit him with my spatula, and I freaking broke it. It broke. Like it broke on him, and it was extra funny. It wasn't funny, but like our daughter Tia, the older one that you saw, she was like, "Oh my God, is he okay?" And I'm like he's okay. He liked it. It's all good.
He liked it. That's awesome.
I'm like, this is not a big deal that I broke a spatula on Daddy. Don't even worry about it.
We're talking rubber or metal spatula?
It was a rubber spatula, like a pancake turner, like a. Yeah.
Hey, Snoopy Eats says hi to you and Xavier. He loves you guys. Everybody, nice to meet you,
You have
bro.
to talk or it doesn't show you.
Oh, Hello. What'd you say to me? Snoopy?
Oh, hello. Well, hello there.
Well, because he waved, but I have
Oh,
the way that it works is whoever's talking, the sound jumps over to him.
oh,
I
that's
didn't-
amazing.
I know.
Now can you see what I'm doing? After
Well,
I,
if you just wave your hand and you don't talk, then no, we can't see you.
but it's voice activated, so then now the camera's on me. Is that it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What happened to your fancy shirt? Like, did you dress down for us? You saw like the riff raff here, and you're like, I'll take off this shirt.
Well, I just came from work, and then I grabbed the kids. I went to the movies, came home, and I'm done. Oh, yeah. So now
So what you're saying is you need another shot. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah,
CJ, I like when he keeps his business shirt on too, so I'm there with
yeah,
you.
that's it.
I gotta go.
Business shirt and a smile. That's all you need.
Business shirt and a smile. I like it.
See, I like
Down.
this situation because now I don't have to hear anything.
Said, I'm about to make drunk nachos.
So relax.
It's
Yeah, I have a shot right here. I have it ready to go. I'm like,
I don't have to hear it from Miss Thing to my right.
listen.
hey, but don't take that shot yet. We haven't had a super chat for the shot.
I do keep him in check because we have to be equal amount of drinking. You can't have like one person drinking and one person not drinking.
I completely agree. Real quick though, hold on. Dromar family, hit the link below. Hit show more. Obviously, you know how it is. You're YouTubers. The link for Alicia's channel, Best Bites Forever, is down there. She has a giveaway going on right now for 10,000 subscribers. So click on that and register for that. Everybody else, myself, Kent, all the moderators are down below. So make sure you're subscribed to everybody. And that's all I'm going to say about that. All right.
All right.
Voice activation. Do I get to do the shot yet then?
Oh, hey. Well, I haven't seen a super chat come through for your shot, Xavier.
Wait, yeah, somebody has to.
I don't want to give a free one away.
A free shot.
You're too behind, CJ.
What's that?
We're too behind.
Oh, we're too behind. All right, give it up. Cheers to your health.
Alicia's talking to you.
Lishi, what, baby?
Ooh, Nelly.
You do it.
No.
You should see how funny my kids. You want to know what they're calling him over for right now? My kids, they are playing Mario Brothers 2, the part where you have to like hit the. It's like the slot machine for the free guys. They're like, Daddy, come do it, because he's like a professional at it.
That's awesome.
Well, OG gamer there, huh?
Kind of. I mean,
Ooh, I wish I had that picture of you. I have a picture of him where he stayed up all night one night playing video games, and he has a blister the size of his frigging, it's like covers his thumb like this big from like doing this on the, yeah, like
no.
That's real. Oh,
No.
His crown. I know. No.
Well done, sir. I'm jelly.
Cheers,
You did a good
cheers.
job on that bottle, CJ. There.
What happened?
You did a good job on that bottle. Good job.
Would you have a blister now?
Tomorrow's gonna suck.
Oh, tomorrow's gonna suck. I'm gonna sleep in. My kids are gonna be like having a press day for school.
Well, we actually have obviously we have to work tomorrow, but after work tomorrow we have a function that we got to go to. It's called the Taste of the IE, and it's at a DoubleTree. It's a big old thing that my company helps sponsor, and it's all the restaurants in and around our area comes out and they do little things. There's dancing, raffle, drinking, cigars.
So that's like your real job.
Oh yeah, I don't.
Drinking and smoking cigars is CJ's real job.
That's his
true.
real job. That's a
I
good
mean, I'm
real
not proud of it, but I enjoy it.
Hey, if you can get paid for drinking and smoking cigars,
Look at this.
yeah, you should do it.
Watch it.
Well, that's like
Cali. I'm leaving the Midwest and moving out to Cali then. Okay. CJ, get on with questions.
Hey, I'm fresh out. All right. Here's one. What would be? I'm sorry. Yeah. What would be your last meal? You're at the pearly gates. You're on death row.
I'm on death
Your last
row.
meal.
I did something bad, and I'm on death row, and I get to pick my last meal. I'm thinking if I know that it's my last meal, I want something comforting, so I want Grandma's lasagna. Yeah.
Is that what you made the other day?
No, the one that I made on my channel. Did I tell you this, CJ? You've been drinking.
Alicia, excuse me for interrupting you. CJ, if you were watching this whole hot seat, you would understand that the lasagna Alicia made the other day
Exactly.
was not us.
Oh, this went off the rails fast. I swear.
No, it was not Grandma's lasagna, CJ. We had a whole conversation about this.
You know, the whole thing is that I look down to get stuff off the chat and think about, questions and stuff like that. So, yes, I may have missed your explanation of the lasagna, but I'm only one man. What can I do?
It's all good. Let me give it again here. So the lasagna that I posted the other day is not Grandma's. And the reason I did like a traditional. And the reason I did traditional first is because my Grandma's is not traditional. So I figured when I post Grandma's and people come on and they're like, that doesn't go on lasagna, I can be like, if you're looking for a traditional recipe, go here. Like, because I understand what traditional lasagna is, but that's not what I'm making in this video when I make Grandma's. You know what I mean?
Fair.
You feel me?
I got you. But let me stop you real quick. Mega Fred Zeppelin is in the house. Dude, we asked your question 3 hours ago.
Seriously.
So she likes techno, house, punk rock.
I like it.
Kind of odd little mix. Xavier, what's your favorite music?
Definitely trance house. Yeah, overall. I don't need to hear people's opinions or thoughts on life in my music. I just want to hear music. So trance just kind of sends me where I just hear the music. It's like classical music except set to modern sounds to where I can hear any sound available on the planet that's available on a computer and people's interpretations of it. So
all right. There you go. There you go, Mega Fred. You got the answer. I'm glad you're here. How come no one says Justin Timberlake, though? Thank you, John from Pit Life Barbecue.
You know what, though? To Justin Timberlake's credit, I have to say he works because if you listen to it, it's Michael Jackson. He bites Michael Jackson style, and of course it's going to work because it's freaking Michael Jackson.
You know what?
Like listen to it. It's the same.
Yeah, I feel you. I understand. I'm a big fan of Justin Timberlake. And no one like says it when I ask that question.
You gotta unmute it, baby.
Chris S said, "Go put some coffee on. You're rocking this." Hey, Chris. No, we're still going, brother. We'll put coffee on later. No one's driving. We're all at home. It's gonna be a good time. But thank you for the super chat, and I'm glad you're here. Very cool.
Can you hear Mario Brothers?
No,
they just turned it down. I don't want to get like copyright infringement because you got some Mario Brothers. Bobby, you hear my
yeah, exactly. John said he wrote a song about us big guys bringing sexy back. Hey, that's my anthem. When we get out there and dance, I'm bringing sexy back.
Heck yeah.
All right, cool.
Easy.
Oh,
my kids are having a Mario Brothers fight right now.
I love it, dude. That's so cute. All right, guys. If you have any more questions for Alicia, Xavier, the Lovebirds, whatever, throw them in the chat. I'm pretty much done. Huh?
I said hashtag Lovebirds.
Hashtag Lovebirds. In Vegas, we do dance. In March, we're going to Vegas.
They don't hear you when he keeps
In March, we're going to Vegas with Josh and Babe. We're definitely going to dance.
We got married in Vegas. Did you just say you're going to Vegas?
Yeah, we go to Vegas all the time.
I love Vegas. It's my favorite place.
You guys are close to Vegas.
We're so close to Vegas. We got married in Vegas.
I got engaged in Vegas. We're going in March with Josh and Babe.
Nice.
You guys come out, and we're going to do the dang thing. We'll vlog the whole thing for all the channels. It'll be awesome.
That would be so much fun. When are you going?
March 9th.
You have to tell. We'll chat.
I'll hit you up. Don't worry.
Yeah. Well, because Lyle, Lyle.
Yeah.
Lyle. He called me and said he was coming to Phoenix in March, and I was like, dude, let's do something. So hopefully they don't conflict with each other.
All right. Cool. Dromar family. That link is to their giveaway. the link below it, it says Best Bites Forever. That's her channel, okay?
What are you looking?
Someone clicked on the link to subscribe to you and they went to your giveaway.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, March 23rd is when we're going.
March 23rd. Okay. If it has to be okay with Josh and Babe, too. I don't want to, like, I'm not.
Oh, they love everybody.
They seem
good night, brother. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for keeping score for everybody. Have a great night, man. You had a good time tonight, man, for sure. Thank you. Dan Anderson is in the house. Everybody, Dan Anderson has some great guitar stuff going on. He's got some good stuff. Oh, yeah. Said, hell yeah. This is Josh and Babe. Hell yeah. We love everybody. Do it. So come out and meet us out in Vegas. I need to party with Xavier.
I hope he can, if he can get off work and, you know. So
party.
We know.
I'll send you the information, okay? All right. If you guys have any more questions, put them in the chat. But Kent is not there. Usually I send it to Kent before we wrap it up, but I think we lost him.
Oh, there he is. No?
There he is.
Hey, there you go. All right. Hey, Salt and Pepper Luis, love you too. Thanks for stopping by. Sorry your internet shit. Snoopy Eats asked that question again, dude. This went off the rails pretty quickly, brother. Or hit me on Facebook Messenger. I'll ask you. Kid passed out. All right, cool. Don't move, Alicia. When you move, it causes reverb.
When I move, it causes reverb.
Yeah, every time you move. All right. Snoopy Eats.
Would you stop?
Eats asked, "What's your favorite meal to cook?"
What is my favorite meal to cook? You know what? I like to cook anything that I'm going to get to eat afterwards. I'm pretty content to cook and eat, but anything that involves bacon, barbecue, butter, or wine. That's what I like.
Mix all that in a pot and call it a day, man.
And cream. Let's pour some cream in it.
Hey, Mega Fred, good night. Thanks for stopping by. It's way late for you, brother. I'm glad you're here, though. All right. Kent, do you got any more questions over there?
I actually have a couple. And
I lost him.
The first one is, and I forgot to write down who it's from.
Perfect.
It might have been Hobo. If you think about the question, what are your best curse words in Spanish? It's probably from Hobo.
Best curse words in Spanish. Is he asking Xavier? Because I only know. Do I know any Spanish cuss words? I'm sure I do, but none are. You know what's really funny is like only other language cuss words are coming to my mind.
So,
isn't that the first thing you learn in other languages is the bad word?
No, so for me, there's a couple. One, it's not PC anymore, but the other one is cabrón. And so cabrón literally is like a goat, right? But it's so if somebody is being cheated on, their wife is cheating on them, right? And they're aware of it, they're a cabrón. And that's just like one of those, like, that's just what you call somebody that's just a punk. I mean, like, you know what's going on and you don't care because you're a punk, man. And so that one's like one that you would call somebody if you really were trying to instigate issues. Yeah.
I love the laugh in the background. It's freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
That's my son. I keep pushing him away, and he keeps coming trying to hit me and fight with me and wrestle, and he thinks it's funny.
I know. They like,
all right. That's all right. That's good stuff, man.
it is so cute.
Okay.
He's such a little boy.
There comes the little man. Get him in there.
Yeah.
He's
All right, Alicia Enzo from Son of a Pizza Man wants to know, what's your favorite pizza dough recipe?
my favorite pizza dough recipes. So, okay, so we do pizza every Friday night at my house, and I make my dough different every time. And it kind of depends on what I'm doing, but for a soft pizza dough, I like to use like half AP flour and half bread flour. But if I want to make like a pizzeria style pizza dough, I like to use, it's called 00 flour. If you it's not like a thing in the United States. It's a thing like in Italy, and it has to do with like the grind of the flour, and it's what most pizzerias are using. And that's why, especially like us here in America, you try to make your pizza dough at home and you're like, it doesn't come out. It just never comes out the same. It's because you don't have the super fine ground flour. So if I want my crispy crust, it has to have that flour, and otherwise it has the other. I'm sorry, because somebody made me do a shot, so I don't know I can't throw out my recipe, but it's like
we'll blame Hobo for that.
Yeah, I mean I have it like handy. I actually have it written down. If you want it, I'll grab it. I don't mind. But it's like 1.5 teaspoons of yeast. I think it's a teaspoon of salt, a cup of water, and 3 cups of flour. But I would have to double check. But I am going to be posting a video of it soon, and I'm actually not going to just post a video of like a pizza dough recipe, but I actually want to walk through how you can get like the deep dish style crust, the kind of more soft crust, how you can get that crispy like wood fired cracker crust on the outside. Instead of just giving a recipe, I was thinking about doing a video where I do a walkthrough of how you can get the different results, and I've been kind of filming it on my Fridays when I do our pizza nights, so that's coming up. I'd be happy to share with you, and I will be very soon in a video.
That sounds great. I love that idea. I mean, I did a cooking with kids challenge with my youngest son, and we actually cooked a pizza on my ugly drum smoker.
Oh yeah!
All I hear is little kids laughing. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah, the kids laughing in the background's great. But we did that pizza. Me and my little guy did, and I tell you what, that pizza turned out just awesome.
Yeah, you did it on the grill?
I did it on a ugly drum smoker.
It's hot though, right?
Well, yeah, it's direct, yet it's indirect because the heat source is 2.5 feet below the grate. You know what I mean? Yeah,
I know what you mean.
Like on a PBC or the barrel house cooker or the pit barrel cooker, but it's the bigger size.
So dumb. Yeah, I wish I had. I don't have a smoker, but I tried to do pizza on the grill one time, and it didn't make me happy because the crust ended up burned. And we actually used to have a restaurant in downtown Phoenix, and we did Mediterranean food. But one of the big things on our menu was Xavier's over here doing another.
Hold on, we had a $5 super chat from John from 1984 barbecue.
Hold on,
Xavier. Kids.
Thanks for permission, right?
God, y'all gonna make me late to work tomorrow.
Oh, I guarantee you I'm gonna be late tomorrow.
If I go.
Drink water. Drink water. My girlfriend.
Dude, drink V8. V8 is the secret hangover cure. If you can still get it down.
Rafi, thanks for being here, brother.
What were we talking about, guys? Probably nothing important. Was I saying something that mattered? We can move on. I don't know.
Y'all want some crack?
We were talking about pizza.
Oh, I made that pizza on the grill and it didn't make me happy. And then I was like, because it's hard to like get, because we had like an actual wood fired pizza oven at the restaurant, where like we loaded it up with pecan wood and all these different woods. And I mean, it gets up to like 800 degrees and the whole stone and all the stones around it are hot. And you can't do that in your oven, so you have to kind of trick it. And that's like one of the things too that I've been kind of filming and talking about on my upcoming video. I'm not trying to get a
the UDS is a 55-gallon drum. You put all your wood source and the charcoal on the bottom,
Okay.
and your pizza stone, or in this case, I use like what you use for wood-fired pizza, or not what you're talking about, wood-fired pizza, but like camp style pizza. Use a grate for that. You put it on the top. I tell you what, my son did 90% of the work and turned out one hell of a pizza for the first pizza he's ever made. I helped him do it, but it's a hell of a pizza for a drum style smoker.
I bet I love smoked food anyway, but I think because I told you I did the one on the grill the one time, and I think where I went wrong is I put it directly on the grates of the grill, and probably if I would have put my pizza stone on there and heated it that way, it probably would have been a happier ending, but it wasn't. It just wasn't.
I've done it on a drum and an offset.
I don't have either of those.
It's fun, especially when you involve your kids. It's really fun.
Yeah, I wish, like I can grill, and I've actually had to work, the grill station as a cook in a restaurant, but it's not the same as the way that all of these awesome barbecue channels out there do their grilling. It's like this, you're cooking the same thing over and over, you know what I mean? Like you're making whatever is on the menu, like 20 steaks that night or 30 steaks that night or burgers or whatever it happens to be. It's not the same as being like where you know how to cook all kinds of stuff and you know how to arrange your coals in different ways. You know how to, and I'm like, I want to learn to do that. Like I love watching all the barbecue. I'm glad there are so many barbecue channels on YouTube. Y'all go, man, because I love it. I love watching all those barbecue channels. Barbecue is freaking delicious. Who doesn't like barbecue? There's a place.
You got a couple there in Arizona that are probably pretty close to you with Bottle Cap and Cooking with James.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Look up Bottle Cap Barbecue. He does some competition cooking down that way.
Okay. I've eaten a few, like I've went to a few of the competitions, not for me to compete, but I've eaten a few of what was the one? Little Miss Barbecue, I think is the one that like stands out in my mind from the competitions. But and Honey Bear Barbecue, dude. But we go to those. Like I like going not to compete, but just to go and eat all the good barbecue because I'm, a country girl at heart, city girl now.
Maori and Cotton.
Maori and Cotton. Anybody who lives in Arizona or the Phoenix area, if you have not been to Maori and Cotton, you should go there because the chef there is freaking stupid brilliant, and she does the best. It's my favorite hamburger. Period. They do everything I had there. We went and tasted through their menu, and there wasn't one thing that I had any kind of complaint about. I mean, it was freaking stupid good. Like stupid good.
She was on Chopped. She grew up in Wyoming. And
the chef there.
She
and it's a girl
introduces
chef.
a lot of very Western just influence. I mean, char and steaks and meat, but done with the most intense.
God, what is that thing she does? And she does like that orange and cherry glaze.
Yeah, she's got a hanger steak with a blueberry glaze. And anyway, it's just an amazing restaurant.
Sorry, I'm not doing a commercial. I'm just letting you all know if you happen to be here and you want something good to eat.
Yeah, so those people that are in the Arizona, Phoenix area, Maricopa County, go check it out because you'll be impressed. And
dude, that's where it's at. There are a few restaurants in Phoenix. Phoenix is like it's like kind of coming up as a restaurant mecca, but that is absolutely one of my favorite places to go and eat. What's up, CJ? You look happy.
I'm just waiting for you to answer.
What was the question?
I don't know. We lost it a long time ago.
Did you say you're waiting for me to answer?
No, I was waiting for you to finish your answer, not like.
Oh, I thought you said I was waiting. You're waiting. Sorry, I'm talking.
Somebody turn your camera again.
It's cool. It's cool.
I shot the guns. You can tell.
Kent, please tell me you're done with questions.
Somebody turn their chair again, because I just got a hell of a read.
Oh my gosh, you guys, freaking quit it. Okay.
Stop moving.
Is that better?
Yes.
Is my chair turned to your satisfaction now?
I am finished with questions, CJ.
All right, cool. Last question for you, and then we're going to call it a night. Guys, I'm going to throw the Hangout link in the chat. Everybody's going to want to jump on and have some fun. But last question for you, Alicia.
Make it a good one, CJ.
Who do you want to see on the hot seat?
Who do I want to see on the hot seat?
Yep.
Have you had Lyle on?
Lyle has been on the hot seat before with Hobo.
I friggin' missed it. I want to see Spain on a Fork on.
Spain on a Fork.
Like
Albert?
I'm a fan. Yeah, you know what? I like his channel, and more importantly, my little girl Tia is a huge fan of his. Like when he and I did the last collaboration that we did, I didn't even actually know, because she is allowed to watch YouTube. Like she has her own phone and stuff, but she is only allowed to watch cooking stuff and stuff I approve. So come to find out, I was like doing this collaboration with Albert, and I'm like, oh, because she was like, hey, did you know that in Spain they have 24 hours on their clock? I'm like, what? No, they don't. What are you talking about? Like, is that army time or something? And she had seen, anyway, okay. What it comes down to is I said, well, actually, I'm collaborating with this dude in Spain, and his channel is called Spain on a Fork. And she was like lit up. She was like, oh, you know Spain on a Fork? Are you kidding me? You know, and she got like all excited. So it was so cute, because I emailed Albert and I was like, dude, my little girl is like the biggest fan of yours. And he shouted her out.
Oh, that's sweet. Very cute.
I know. And she was like all excited. Like it was so cute. She watched the video and she's like, you got a shout out. Anyway.
All right.
And love Alicia.
I love it. I love it. Very cool. I'll reach out to him, see if I can get him on. We'll work it out. John at Pit Life Barbecue, we went through the Hangout link thing, so you should be good to go. All right. I'm going to throw it in the chat when we get done. Kent, do you got anything to say on the way out, brother?
Alicia, Xavier, thank you for coming on. It's been a great night. Have enjoyed the heck out of it. Thank you for all your input and everything. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. It was definitely nice meeting you both.
I know. Thank you too, Kent. Like I've had a super fun time. Oh, something bad is happening.
Oh, somebody needs to go do daddy duty.
I know, XAGC. He's such a good dad. I know, he's so hot.
He's so hot too.
I feel like there's like, what is that movie Bad Moms, where she is like, did you even see him change a car seat? It took like 2 minutes. He's so hot. I'm like, that's me. I'm like, he's such a good dad. The crap's hot. Okay. It's all good.
I love it. I love it.
I don't
all
know.
Right, Alicia, would you like to say anything to the people who left in the chat still?
Yeah, thanks you guys for hanging out, and I have had such a good time hanging out with everybody, and thanks for your comments and all of that stuff. And I'm sorry because I've kind of been drinking and I can't really think entirely straight right now, but I definitely had a great time, CJ and Kent, and yeah, I hope that you all come over and like hang out on my channel and leave. Do you hear my baby boy?
It's awesome.
Yeah, come over and, hang out on my channel. And, I love getting to know people. The whole reason I'm on YouTube is because of the community and just sharing and talking about food. There's, it's cool. I love it. And I hope to see everybody and get to know other people too.
All right. Very sweet. All right. I'll wrap it up. I'm going to put the Hangout link in the chat. Do not come on until we go off the air, please. But I really appreciate, Alicia, you being on. Xavier, it was great meeting you.
You too.
I know we've been talking about this for a long time. It was awesome. I hope someday that we could meet in Vegas or whatever and have a great time for sure.
We should do it.
Yeah, definitely. I'll send Alicia all the information, and hopefully we can hook it up and have a great time. Everybody in the chat, thank you for being here. Thanks for all the super chats. It did get us a little fired up, a little happy per se, but still a good time. Never expected, always appreciate it for sure. Kent, great job tonight. All my moderators, great job tonight. people in the chat, thank you for being here. All the kids at Alicia's house, have a good night. Get to bed. It's late. And that's it, guys. Have a good night. We'll see you next week. Take care.